Potato. Hello, everyone. Words are hard.
Yes, they are.
Sorry.
Is that our new theme song?
No, that is copyrighted music.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to this copyright striked episode of Fools and Flagons.
You're welcome.
A D&D campaign made up entirely by me, where the players do dumb things and I try to make sense of it.
Yes, he tries to make sense of it.
Pretty sure Jack Black's not going to sue us.
I do apologize for my nasaliness. If you have been in Pez Plays and Whiskey Wednesdays and all this last week, I am getting over being ill, so some of my character voices may not be quite on par tonight, but we'll
on the other side of that, though, some might be better.
We shall see. So speaking of, on top of streaming our D&D campaign on Fridays, we have Pez Plays on Mondays. Oh, it's gonna be a rough night. Whiskey Wednesdays on alternating Wednesdays, and Metallurgy Magic on Saturdays, whenever the fuck he feels like it. Let's see, what else do we got? If you would like to see our past adventures, you can watch the VODs on our YouTube channel or listen in podcast form. The podcast is on most major platforms such as iTunes, Spotify, and Podbean, and we're also on some of our newer ones are Listen Notes, Player FM, iHeartRadio, Samsung Radio, Podchaser, and Pandora. And I do want to thank everyone who has been listening to the podcast. We really do appreciate it and hope that you all are actually really enjoying our stuff. We're on the road to 10,000 downloads, which is pretty fucking exciting. So thank you all if you are listening to this. Donations are never required, but always appreciated. If you would like to support us, please consider our Ko-fi page. All proceeds from donations and memberships go straight back into making Fools and Flagons an even better experience, and it helps keep the podcast alive and well. We also want to thank you for any follows, subscriptions, or bits that you send us on Twitch. I do apologize we cannot acknowledge them while we are streaming to keep the flow of the story, but it is always very, very, very much appreciated. So, with that being said, anyone else? Something?
I'm about to send you something right now because I'm wanting to ask your permission first.
Well,
no, you can't show pornographic content during the stream. Keep your shirt on.
Waiting for Zeke. Holding up the stream.
Something.
Huh?
That's what I do.
I also had something, but after Zeke.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Zeke.
I just wanted to say we've had a lot of unexpected downloads for the podcast recently for a lot of people, mainly from Samsung, and I can't figure out how to find someone with a Samsung phone or figure out how to find us on there. So I was just going to say, if you are listening to this in podcast form, if you're not one of our regulars that follows the stream or the YouTube, please, you don't have to do this, but this is just a request from me. Please come find us on YouTube and drop a comment or something. We would love to hear from you. I have so many questions about what you think of the stream and how you found us and how you're enjoying the journey along the way. Again, at least I think I speak for everyone when I say we would love to hear from you all, and we are just so happy that you're here along with us, following this crazy train ride.
Choo-choo.
Which is a funny reference considering that this all started on a train.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we do have a Discord, and we play a bunch of other games throughout the week that we don't even stream. If you just want a place to come and hang out, the link is down below. If you're not able to see it on your device and you don't feel like typing in the website because links and descriptions don't usually work, there are links on our YouTube page to our Discord and pretty much everywhere that we have any sort of content. So by all means, feel free to join.
Join us.
One of us. Google gobble, Google gobble.
Gobble.
All right, you do?
What is your announcement?
If it's about Issa.
No,
Okay.
but it can be.
No.
My announcement is join us for Pez Plays. We want to do some epic things like an awesome Discord Halo battle or something.
Do it.
Yeah.
Please.
And we might be moving Pez Plays to Tuesdays instead of Mondays.
Gasp.
Well, more to kind of. Does he have toothpaste on his forehead?
Who?
Kirsten's kid. Oh, it's a sticker. I see. Yeah, I think Pez Place will probably be going to Tuesdays just to. There's a few of us that are more available on Tuesdays, and we can just get more people on to play around that time. So, yeah, we'll be playing. We'll be trying that out and try it by ear and whatnot. So,
Yeah.
Well, with nothing else to be said, I'm assuming, grab your drinks and raise your glasses. It's time for Fools and Flagons.
Hooray!
It's water.
It is water. I can't be trusted around alcohol and you guys. Things will happen. You think you're slick making us think you're frozen, but your water's moving.
Yeah, I was
Ah,
about
damn
to say. By the light, and it's just moving just enough for us to know.
For the podcast listeners, Zeke was trying to fool us into thinking that he had frozen in a stupid pose again.
Noted for next time.
Don't hold water. So, the story so far. The Tempests are on the road through the lush green lands of the Knightly Kingdoms to find a way to get to High Tide, the pirate stronghold. Within is the pirate captain Shirahama, or so their information tells them. An impromptu birthday party for Zaan was held on the side of the road, put together by Brick, his adopted son. It went off without a hitch for the most part. A bonfire was eventually lit with plenty of food and drink passed around before the usual amount of tomfoolery took place. Bonfire flames turned black by Vanera, distressing Brick, who worked so hard to build it with wet wood. Followed shortly by a few swigs from the Jug of Many Things. On into the town of Maelglen, where the party did a little shopping and decided to investigate the rumors of bouts of madness striking the citizens. They spoke to the local butcher and blacksmith, Nicolae and Gi-gi, and learned as much as they could from the pair. We now join the Tempests once again as Zaan, seemingly against his own will, lashes out with his sword towards Nicolae, the friendly butcher who is asking them questions. So, you are in the crowded town of Maelglen. Nicolae was heading back into his butcher shop as you all stood around discussing. Your companion turned, and with a shout from Gi-gi, he took a swing at Nicolae, and I believe it hit when we last left off. So,
What did?
Zaan, I need you to roll damage for just a basic melee swing.
Okay.
No extra fluff, just the basic weapon damage.
Yeah, I still have to roll a bunch of stuff for that.
No, you are just rolling the sword damage.
When I attack with sword damage, I also deal thunder damage. Oh, okay. 11.
Keep arguing
plus
with the DM.
15.
15.
Off to a
Okay.
great start.
All right. So, without a word except for the shouts of your companions, Zaan, you swing your sword as Nicolae raises his arm to attempt to ward off the blow. Ah! And cuts right through his arm. It deals a fair amount of damage, but maybe didn't cut quite as deep as you would have normally expected from your companion. As Zaan follows through with the swing, and he kind of looks back up at Nicolae. What are you all doing?
I misty step in between them.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up and cast Identify on Zaan.
Cast Identify. Okay. Make an Arcana check on that, please.
Okay. Gotta pick which d20 I want to use.
So many choices.
Arcana.
Arcana, please.
Okay, that is a 23.
A 23. Okay. As Brick just kind of pops back into place, interspersed between the pair, Gi-gi has run up behind Zaan And Zaan, I need you to make a contested strength check for me as Kasumi casts Identify on you.
Roll 15.
Basically, just roll a strength check, sorry.
Yeah, 15.
15? Okay, well, she got a natural 20. So your brain is currently in a bit of a fog. You can feel your body moving and attacking, but you're not in control, and it's really frustrating. And the next thing you feel is this massive pair of arms come around behind you, pinning your arms to your side. You're still holding onto your sword. Kasumi, you cast Identify, and it's not a particular spell that you are familiar with, but there is definitely a sense that something nearby is controlling his mind.
Okay. So is it not a spell?
It's not a spell that you are aware of.
But he is being affected by a spell.
Yes, he is being affected by something from nearby. As you touch him in the grasp of Gi-gi to Identify, you get a sense. Make a perception check for me.
Okay.
And while she's doing that, Brick, you've interposed yourself between them. Are you doing anything now that Gi-gi seems to have him?
I'm gonna rip his sword out of his hand.
Certainly try.
Strength check, the two of you.
I got a nat 20 on perception.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, dirty!
By the way, Seeker rolled a 21.
Yeah, that I don't.
Hey, well, I'm using your dice.
Pez, Vanera, are either of you doing anything at this point in time?
I had already walked off. I think I was casting detect magic or detect good and evil. I can't remember which one.
It was detect good and evil, and I'm pretty sure
thought
if
you
I'm not
read
Not a
his
blitz.
thoughts. Thought you read his mind or something.
Yeah.
heard lots of voices.
Yes, that was it.
Oh, right. Okay. Jesus. Pez, did you say you were doing anything?
I'm trying to do something that won't blast his head off with a shotgun, but
You can try.
Okay, so Brick, you're trying to wrestle the sword from Zaan's hands, but he's got an iron grip on it. Gi-gi has grabbed you and is holding and squeezing. You would take 4 points of bludgeoning damage just from her squeezing you.
Am I okay? Question.
You are not in control of yourself.
So I cannot use reactions. Okay.
Correct. Kasumi.
Uh-huh.
Medea.
Which, if you will allow me to add flair, as soon as she casts Identify and immediately knows it's a spell, Kasumi is going to shout out, "He's under some sort of charm. It's not him!" And she just starts frantically looking around to see if she can find where it's coming from.
Okay. You glance around, and with that roll, you're immediately looking for people, because you've cast spells before. You've done your silvery barbs. You're kind of familiar with the nuances of spell casting and all, and you're glancing around the market behind you. It happens so quickly, and you were all kind of around that no one seems to have seen, and no one is currently like panicking or raising the alarm. But with that roll, you see two people looking in your direction. The tailor that you had seen them talking with before has come back around the corner and is standing there looking at you all as this is occurring, with a look of worry on his face. And just a little bit behind him, you see another human male that you've not seen yet before. It's a very shrewd-looking man, somewhat on the younger side. He's got brown hair tied back into a neat ponytail. He's got a clean-shaven face. He's got a very nice decorative cane that he's holding on to. A rich red thigh-length coat, gold trim with filigree over a ruffled white shirt. Pants are similar color with brown boots, and he just has this sort of like stuffy look to him, like he's kind of looking slightly raised chin, looking down his nose, and he is just watching your group as a whole, kind of struggling with your companion as Nicolae is backing into his Nicolae is currently backing into his shop, his apron already lifted up and wrapped around his bleeding forearms.
Would I be able to bonus action dash towards the tailor and the...
Well, you would have to pick whichever one you would want to go to. The tailor person
unidentified
seems...
gentleman.
Okay, so you sprint past the tailor, who seems to be like backing away out of concern, and you sprint on towards the other gentleman. As you rush up towards him, he kind of like tosses up the cane a little bit and holds it in his hand, and seems to be just a little bit wary as this kimono woman just like flutters through the area towards him. What is everyone else doing as Kasumi takes off?
Brains.
Zaan, wisdom check for me, please.
Like
Wisdom
saving
save,
throw?
wisdom save, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. 16 plus 9. 25.
Okay. Yeah, so you begin to come back to, and you kind of come back, you're being squeezed, and it's kind of hard to breathe, and you feel your hands kind of like something's tugging at your hands trying to get the sword out of your grip, and you're just like, nah. But you seem to be back within your own faculties again.
I'll off and smack him.
Make an attack with advantage because he is currently restrained.
Well, it's going to be a straight roll because I think I have disadvantage because of exhaustion still.
Are you? Oh, you're still... you shouldn't be exhausted still.
I was exhausted from last night. I stayed up all night, remember?
Oh, that's right. I was thinking of the exhaustion from your book reading. Yeah, okay.
No. What is... Let's see here. Yeah, disadvantage on ability checks, which... Oh, wait. No, that doesn't count for attack rolls. That's good. Attack unarmed. 16?
No.
No. Okay.
Sorry.
So as you go to slap him, Zaan, being back in control of his body, sees the hand coming, and his head just like sucks down into his floof, and it just like breezes over his head a little bit.
Snap out of it!
Snap out of what?
He's back. And I kind of look past him. Think you can let him go now.
Is there any like residual of whatever I felt still there, or is it all just gone?
You definitely know that you had been taking control over, but other than that, nothing else. And Gi-gi does not seem to be letting go. She's not continuing to squeeze or squeeze harder, but she's got a hold on you.
Do I see that Kasumi's gone as well?
Make a
That's it.
perception
You
check.
gotta look for Kasumi and Vanera. Both of them are walking off.
Oh wait.
Did Vanera walk off?
Oh god.
Yeah.
Look on the second one was a natural 20.
Yeah.
9.
9? Nah, you're more focused on the giant Goliath bear hugging your Faja.
Curses to exhaustion.
Can I do something?
Yeah.
I wanted to look at the two gentlemen who are being suspicious with my anti-disguise goggles, which are on my face.
They look like normal people. There's no tomfoolery there. Kasumi, however, her humanoid form vanishes from your view, and you see her little fox form dashing across the ground. You're muted for that particular expletive.
I was just saying aggressively.
The tailor, you can still see kind of at the corner of the butcher shop where he had stormed off before, and he's kind of like peering around, looking really concerned because he essentially just saw one of his friends get attacked by these strangers. He's not a very... what's the word? I want to say he's not a very well-built person. He doesn't look like he's combative, if that makes sense. So he's not the kind of person to jump into a fray to fight off other people. But while all that is happening, Nicolae from the inside goes, you can hear me yelling, "It's not that deep. I'll be patched up in a mo. Don't hurt him too much, Gi-gi. It's... must be the madness." She's still just holding you. And your feet are like off the ground, by the way. And Kasumi, you have run off to the other gentleman, and you're now in his face. What are you doing?
I want to touch his cane and cast Identify. I'm just...
As you reach towards him, towards his cane, he takes a step back and with surprising dexterity spins the cane around and smacks your hand out of the way. And he's... Who are you?
Who are you?
I asked you first, madame. You're the one who approached me.
Yes, because you're the one that's standing here suspicious in the middle of the street.
He kind of spins the cane around again behind his back and leans closer to you. And you are the ones who came in and attacked someone of this city. Now, who is suspicious here?
You don't look like you belong here.
Do tell.
I mean, with your getup and everything that you have, you seem to be a lot more dressed up than everyone else around here.
It is a symbol of status. I am allowed to dress for my station.
And what is your station?
Who is it that wishes to know?
Kasumi.
Your name does not ring a bell. Are you of much importance?
Why does that matter? I just want to know who you are and what this is about.
These are questions I wish to know as well, and considering the way that you came and assaulted me, you are lucky I have not called the guard on you to arrest you and your friends for causing a disturbance in this town.
I think you're being a bit dramatic. I didn't assault you. I just wanted to see your beautiful cane that you had.
Without questioning, without a request, you just came and grabbed at it. For all I know, you were nothing but a bunch of thieves. And Savage kind of looks over at Zaan, who seems to be somewhat calmly just chilling out in the Goliath's arms.
I feel safe.
He's got the swaddle comfort.
We are nearly passing by your town, but we heard that there were some bizarre things happening. So we can't help but look over our shoulders and look for anything weird.
He looks again, back at Zaan, and at Brick, and onto you and your three tails. There are bizarre things here.
Are any of my teammates coming towards me?
I am. Yes, me.
Because she just happened to stand off with a man in the middle of the street.
Is this where
I tried
Vanera
to
was
look for
going
you. I
through?
can't find you. I'm tired.
Okay, so Pez is heading towards Kasumi. Brick, Zaan, and Vanera, what are the three of you doing here?
I'm being hugged.
Okay.
You're muted.
Do I still have the bloop on the person? Or whatever magic's going on?
Remind me again what it was you were doing?
Oh, I don't fucking remember.
She was detecting good and evil. A location came up that you told her about, and she was heading towards that.
Oh,
That right?
yes. So you are the blip. It's weird. You had the sense, and it was in the direction where Kasumi had run off to, but that blip has since faded.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll just walk towards Kasumi then.
Okay. Brick, are you still attempting to slap your father or steal his shit?
No, as soon as I see he's kind of like back to normal, I'm just kind of looking around for where everyone else went.
Well, 3 of them are heading towards Kasumi's area. Zaan, are you doing anything, or are you comfortable just...
I'm gonna look up. What you doing later than that?
As soon as you say that, she just very unceremoniously drops you.
Better. Guess that's busy.
Gi-gi will kind of like put a hand on your shoulder, shove you out of the way, and go on into the butcher shop to check on Nicolae.
You think you should heal him a little bit?
With what?
You have healing magic, don't you?
Not all the time. Actually, 99% of the time I don't.
Damn it, man! I'm a cleric,
Right.
not a doctor.
Forgot about that. I'll look around for Vanera, and she's going that way, and I'll just... Come on, Father, this way.
Nine, you go ahead. I'm going to check on... Did I attack somebody? I feel like I attacked somebody.
Yes, you did. It's probably not a good idea for you to be anywhere near them in case you attack them again.
Fine, I will follow after Brick. While
Okay.
peeking my... We're walking past the blacksmith, right? To go this way?
The blacksmith is
blacksmith.
behind you. You're walking. You were being held in the doorway of the butcher shop of Nicolae's place, and everyone else has gone back more towards your wagon home, back into the main thoroughfare of the city.
If we walk past the dude who I attacked, I just want to peek and see what's going on as I'm walking
Well,
past.
you are standing in his doorway, and you can see him in there. He's using some clean cloth that he would normally be used to wrap up meats to wrap up his arms.
I will throw him the one healing potion I have in my inventory
Oh,
and apologize. I will be back. I apologize for whatever I have done.
he kind of looks at the potion and goes, "Well, this we'll call it squares." And thunk, chugs it on down. He's still kind of tending to himself, making sure nothing gets infected and whatnot, and Gigi's helping him out. As you walk on past and you get around the corner towards the man that Kasumi is accosting, the tailor seems to... the tailor kind of like edges around the wall as these, dangerous looking people shuffle on past, and he goes on inside the butcher shop as well. But you're all approaching...
Wait, we pass him?
Yeah, so if you all... This is all happening in front of the butcher's door. And the tailor was around the corner from the shop. Looks like he was trying to come back. And as you all pass to go talk to the red-jacketed man that Kasumi is talking to, he slinks around to get and go on inside the butcher shop with his other...
Can I put my arm out like in front of him as he's trying to slink around?
Sure.
I'll just kind of like...
Hello.
I pull my arm out and then like jerk my head toward him and like kind of...
Hi. Just... I want to go check on my friend. Don't hurt me.
Do you know anything else about what's been happening here? It just happened to my friend. I'm not happy.
I just came around the corner and I saw him attacking Nicolae. I don't know. I'm just gonna... And he's starting to like slink under your arm and Just gonna go in here. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Does he look
Okay.
like he's legitimately like concerned? Well, obviously he's at least a little bit frightened, but does he actually look legitimately concerned about his friend?
He seems a bit out of sorts. He's definitely just seen someone take a swing with a very big sword at his friend, and he slinks on into the. I mean, you can make an insight check if you want.
Okay, be a disadvantage, but we'll see. Oh, please let that stand. Okay, close enough. Insight, which I don't think I have. No, 12.
He seems concerned about his buddy. With the way that
Okay.
he's trying to get underneath this weird robot man's arm to kind of go in and check on them. He seems concerned.
Cool. I'm gonna keep on keeping on.
All right. So the rest of you begin to approach the other man, and he's kind of looking down as much as he can to most of you. Brick, you're a little bit harder to look down on because you're quite a bit taller than he is. But he's still standing there with the cane in his hand behind his back. Well,
Kasumi,
have you all come to accost me as well?
He seemed like an interesting character. I have a question for you, sir.
You seem to have many questions for me.
I do. Hopefully you have a lot of time.
I really don't. I have many matters
Oh.
that need my attention.
Well, then, if you answer them quick, then we can let you on your way. I'm sure
sorry.
you've heard. Excuse you.
I do believe we are done here. Good day to you all. We will be keeping an eye on you if you cause any more of a disturbance in our city. Good day.
Is he trying to walk away?
Yes.
I'm gonna walk around and stand behind him.
Oh, I was gonna misty step behind him.
Oh,
Just
Okay.
listen, you.
No. You listen. Oh, gods! And he kind of leans to the side, and you all begin to hear very rhythmic footfalls as about 6 of the city guard come marching around from the side of your home towards you. They all come to an abrupt stop. One steps forward. Sir! One moment, Lieutenant. And he kind of looks at the rest of you. Unless you wish to see the inside of a jail cell, I suggest you let me past.
while this is going on, can I use detect magic on the staff or the cane that he's holding?
Sure.
Kasumi's gonna cross her arms and look up at this man. Oh, I see. Got a tattletale on us? Just for talking to you in the street.
That is an interesting choice of words. It is more in the realm of accosting an official of the town. I'm sure the
Well, you
Huxleys
never
would
told
not
me
be
this
very
better.
happy to know that you were detaining their chamberlain. So, unless you have anything of pressing import, get out of my way.
Pretty sure the
Listen.
king would be upset if you threw his guest in a jail cell.
Also, we're just trying to help these people because apparently something weird's been happening in the town. We're just trying to be decent people and help out. But apparently by being decent people and asking questions, we're accosting you.
He holds up a hand, rushing towards me, trying to take my personal effects, blocking my route and threatening me, and then telling me that I may not go until I answer your questions. None of these are putting you in a very good light, my dear. Zaan, you cast your spell?
Yes.
Sorry,
yes,
one
I did.
second. Nothing magical about the cane whatsoever.
Okay, first off, I can't help the fact that I'm fast, okay?
Madame, we are done here. Have a good day. Lieutenant, shall we? Have business to attend to. You understand, of course. Good day. And he begins to walk off.
Is he? I'd like to cast detect thoughts on him.
Oh.
Ooh, let me refresh myself on that spell real quick.
I have it because of the book.
Book of many words.
Oh, let me. I have to mark that I used Misty Step.
Okay. Okay. So you begin casting the spell, and you see him come to a stop and glare at you as you were reciting these words. And he, like, pulls the cane out from his back and points it towards you. If you wish to see the daylight another day longer, you will not cast spells.
Who says it was at you? I'm looking for the person who would obviously cast a spell on my friend. You assumed wrong.
Make a deception check.
Oh no.
Guilty conscience.
Can I
Weird.
assist by like giving him the stink eye, the Pez eye?
No, I'm gonna say no. Vanera. Vanera.
What?
What'd you roll?
Don't worry about it.
I need to know what you rolled.
Natural one.
A natural one.
No.
Fucking.
He's still pointing the cane at you. Lieutenant, arrest this one.
I step in front of her, axe out, shield out.
On what charges?
No.
On the Chamberlain's orders. Arrest her and anyone who tries to stop you, Lieutenant.
Hey now. All right.
We're not all going to jail?
But where the Tempest?
Rick, are you still...
He's not getting past me.
Rick. Move.
Okay. The 6 guards approach, and you don't get out of their way. They begin to arrest you as well.
They can try.
Okay.
Rick, do not resist arrest.
I'm gonna look at the lieutenant and say, pretty sure your king wouldn't enjoy his guests being thrown in a jail cell.
I'm pretty sure my king wouldn't enjoy you running amok inside one of his cities either. Now you can come quietly or we'll take you by force.
Can I like pull out this and go like words?
Who were you showing it to?
Anyone?
You see all the guards just walking in a circle.
Ding ding ding!
As you're showing it around to the guards, the man who claims to be the Chamberlain snatches it up from you, looks at it, hands it back. Irregardless. Come, take them. So,
Well, I mean, are you coming with us?
no, they're still going to arrest Brick and Vanera.
Well, I know, but I was asking the Chamberlain if he's coming with us to jail.
No, why would I be going to the jail cell? You are the ones that are under... What am I talking
You're
to you?
costing me now.
Lieutenant, take care of this. And he begins to walk off as the...
He's costing me.
So, Brick, you are still resisting?
Yeah.
Are you fighting back, or are you just...
If they, I'm just putting my shield in between them and me and Vanera.
Okay, 3 of them are gonna start coming up to you with manacles, and they're going to...
Oh.
Yeah, big iron bands. And if you're resisting, I need you to make a strength
If
contest.
they try to slap them on me, I'm just going to. How far away is the house?
It's very
is the
close
home-
by.
30 feet.
It's about, 50, 60 feet. Like, you're kind of in the middle of the thoroughfare.
I'm gonna try. How close are we to like a house corner? Like, are we?
You were in
is
the
there an
middle of
alley
the
nearby?
street. You're the middle of the street. Your place is parked off near a like a little park. You've got the marketplace a few hundred feet away, and then you've got the butcher and the blacksmith a little ways away, about 70-ish feet. What are you doing, Brick? 'Cause you're about to get arrested.
I'll do one better. Zaan's gonna cast Fog Cloud right on top of Brick.
You stinky.
Well, if Brick is not currently trying to get away, then I need you.
I was grabbing Vanera and readying my last Misty Step.
But are you using it or are you not? Because
If I see a fog cloud go up, I will.
this is happening before the fog cloud because you're taking too long at this point.
Okay, I'll Misty Step 30 feet away, trying to stay out of their sight. Picking a place that I think will be out of their sight and close to the to the house.
Okay. Make a stealth check then, both of you.
Both of us?
Yes.
Yeah.
So long as you are willingly going with him, because you can technically say I'm not going. I think you can say you're not going with him.
Yeah, you can.
Can I pass without a trace?
This is happening very, very quickly. I'm going to say that you don't have the time because Brick stood in front of you and then bamfed away.
Can I
Another natural
assist
one?
by giving the Pez look?
No, you cannot assist at this point. Brick, what did you roll?
I rolled a 13.
13. Vanera?
Another natural one, I said.
Oh no. Oh, you lucky son of a bitch. A 3, a 4, and 2 7s. Okay, so Brick, you grab hold of Vanera, and in an instant you bamf away behind the 6 of them, and you were incredibly lucky. And right as you appeared, a group of people happened to be walking past and masked your location from where you disappeared to. So
Okay, I'm gonna try to stealthily make our way towards and into the cart.
Pass without a trace.
okay, now I will say that you can do pass without a trace. Both of you make a stealth check. Zaan, are you still
Fog
casting
Cloud is right on top of the guards.
on top of the guards? Okay. So what Kasumi, Zaan, and Pez, what are you doing as all of a sudden sounds like slug bomb? Poof!
Fox form and taken off.
Pez?
Phew!
I'm being accosted, so I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna go towards the tailors and into it. And if I don't see Pez moving before I do this, I'm gonna grab him and drag his ass with me.
Okay. Well, Pez, are you letting him grab hold of you?
I guess. He's stronger than me.
Okay. Kasumi, which direction are you running off to?
Towards the cart.
Towards the cart. So then, I need everyone to make stealth checks here at advantage because of the smoke cloud.
Just a straight roll.
Stealth.
Wait, why is it a straight roll for you, Zaan?
Disadvantage plus advantage is straight roll.
Armor. I forgot you had the armor.
I didn't realize my stealth plus right now. 32.
Yeah, no, they weren't expecting you
from
to be a little fox.
Kasumi appears in the king's throne room. How the fuck did I get here?
Okay, so that was the I was distracted by all of that going on. So, Brick, what was yours again?
11.
Well,
Are
with
we
pass,
doing a
pass
different
without
roll
a
or the new
trace.
one? Pass without, 21.
Okay, Vanera,
29.
29. Pez,
22.
22. Zaan,
19.
Fuck. All right. There's a few shrieks of surprise as all of a sudden the marketplace is just filled with fog. You all can hear the guards shouting and trying to coordinate, and in the general confusion, you all scatter. The three of you go back to the house. Zaan, basically, you like half scoop up Pez and take off down the street towards the tailor's shop. It's a little ways away, but it's the only two-story building that you were able to see in the immediate area, and you quickly duck inside. Sorry, let me actually get down to that real quick. So the inside of the tailor shop, it's relatively small with mannequins of various sizes. There's a hemming dais and comfortable chairs. The shop seems to be in relative disrepair. Things are dusty. There's scraps of cloth everywhere. The windows are a bit grimy. A few of the mannequins kind of look like they're not well tended, leaning slightly to one side from like a broken leg. But otherwise, the tailor shop seems to be empty at the moment.
Other than the guys that are in it? No, not the tailor shop. What was I thinking of? The butcher place, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I completely... Wrong building, I'm sorry.
Well, you're in the tailor shop now.
Well, that's the thing! Is there... Go ahead, Zig. Pass.
If any of the mannequins move, I'm gonna shoot them.
Okay. Does there look like...
You rush inside and you shut the door and you're kind of looking through the windows like, okay, we lost them. Meanwhile, Pez is just...
Look around. Is there anything that looks like I can hide in, like a closet, a back room?
There's different racks of clothing that are kind of up against the wall. There is a changing room off to the side that would, at the moment, be available.
I'm gonna grab Pez and yank his lizard butt into the room with me, and close the door.
They're all wavy.
You'll be fine.
Okay.
And,
well, they are hiding out in the tailor's
I'll be right back.
front closet. What are the three of you doing who have gone back into your home?
Getting inside, locking the door, going to Ferns.
Are you crazy?
You have a better idea?
I mean, we got to think about it here. We are now wanted fugitives in this town. There is someone that's casting some really weird, like, mental magic that's making people do things that, like, attack people. So we'd be prime targets for that. Because it'd be really easy for people to believe that the fugitives from out of town were the ones that were attacking people.
I kind of look at Kazumi. Also, did you have to keep egging him on?
Listen, he looks really sketchy. I couldn't help it. There was just something inside me that just told me that he is doing something wrong. And I just don't know what it is, though.
He's rich. Of course he's doing something wrong, as I'm still going through all the doors to find Ferns.
No, it just wasn't that. As soon as I realized that Zaan was under a spell, there's just something that just drew me directly to his attention. Well, and the tailor, but the tailor looked really scared.
Vanera,
Yeah.
did you sense anything?
What, Brick?
Did you sense anything?
Yes.
Was it coming from the same direction?
Yeah, was it coming from the same direction?
When you cast the spell, it seemed to be coming from that area of the street, but by the time you all were focusing on those two, whatever blip that you were getting from that spell seemed to have faded away.
I'm just telling you guys, he was just giving me really weird vibes, and I needed to see if he... I don't know what he was going to tell me. I just needed to be in his face. I don't know.
I just needed to be in his face.
But clearly he's hiding something because he called the guards and,
I mean, you were accosting him. Like, I mean, you were up in his face. He had every right to go defensive.
I wouldn't say accosting him.
He's a high-ranking official in a town that's obviously on edge.
Yes, but you would also be a little if someone blooped in front of you and just reached for your weapons.
It was the way he was standing there watching.
At this
What
point,
was
I'm walking into
happening?
Ferns.
Right, so Brick is gone. He's left the 2D image of himself in the pantry.
Maybe Fern knows something about it. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I am not.
You're staying inside the main... Okay. Is there anything you're doing while these two go off to see Fern?
We have windows, right?
Yes, plenty of windows. Which, at this current point in time, are kind of fogged up because of Zaan's spell.
Was there... We had an outlook on top, right?
Yeah, you have the tower in the back on the second story.
I go up there and kind of just perch and just
Sure.
keep casting detect thoughts to just
What's the range on detect thoughts? That's
30 feet.
30 feet. It's not going to get very much past your home.
Right. Still something though. Just like old school style library catalog index my way through people's brains.
Well, so you go up to the tower. Are you doing this stealthily?
Yeah.
Okay, so make a stealth check for me. Which you would have. Well, no, detect thoughts is a concentration, so you would lose pass without a trace. So this would just be a regular roll.
Can Hamburger assist?
Hamburger's not there.
What?
Hamburger stays with you. Eight. You're maybe not quite as stealthy as you would like. The fog seems to be keeping you out of sight for the moment. But you cast the spell and you kind of poke your head up over the edge and you pick up snippets of people. It's like, wow, there's weird fog here. That's odd for this time of year. I really need to get some eggs today. Oh, and some carrots. And then you'll get blips of the guards' thoughts of, where did they go? They can't have gone far. They're very nearby. We gotta find them. The Chamberlain's gonna be on our ass if we don't. And you then hear a thought come through. Is that their place? Their house? And then you hear a voice go, "Sir, have we checked the home over here? On the big one on wheels." And at this point, you see the fog is beginning to dissipate slightly as the breeze wafts through the town, and the 6 guards are beginning to walk towards the wagon home.
Can I push the lock button?
I think Brick has already done that.
He's already
Brick and Kasumi, you two inside Fern's Cafe, you hear the general hustle and bustle of a very, very busy kitchen. And he goes, "Oi, yeah, sorry, bit busy. What you need?"
We're in trouble.
It's kind of an emergency.
This is your fault.
It is not.
You
I know,
hear
a little bit.
a bit of a rattle as he seems to have set something down. He comes around the corner and he's wiping his hands on an apron. It's like, what kind of trouble?
The law.
And where are you currently?
Where are we?
Do you not remember where you are?
I'm checking my notes.
Rick would not remember the name of a town.
I'm checking my notes.
I don't know. The grocer's name is Eddie, though.
I know where we are.
Do you remember that town that a lot of people are being sent to death just due to just a big increase of murders and just thefts and crime?
Maelglen, that's what it's called, right? Yes.
That one.
Maelglen. Ah. Why are you in trouble?
Okay, listen.
Somebody pissed off the Chamberlain.
No, listen. Okay, we were just having a nice, polite conversation with the butcher, and then Zaan got affected by some sort of spell, and then he attacked him, and then I confirmed it was a spell, and when I did, I had this really strong feeling that directed me towards this man that had like a cane and like a really nice outfit. So anyway, I ran towards him and was basically questioning him because he looked suspicious. And then he told us that he was high and important and called the guards and told him to take us to jail because we were questioning him in the street.
So, you accosted the Chamberlain and got upset when he called the god to stop you from accosting him.
You know, people keep using this word accosting. I was literally just trying to have a conversation and he was being difficult.
You also tried to steal his staff.
I was trying to touch it to identify it.
He's
I do want to...
kinda the Chamberlain, and he has that sort of power. I expected better from you, Kasumi.
I asked him who he was, and he didn't want to tell me. So I just wanted to touch his cane to see if that cane was the reason why Zaan went crazy and tried to attack people. Because that's clearly what's happening in this town, is people are just being affected by this weird mind spell, and someone's making them attack people.
She is right on that. I had kind of poked the bear to see if it would try to take advantage of us, and it did. But...
He's kind of pinching the bridge of his nose, just like, oh my god. I cannot help you. I do not have any influence in Maelglen. I barely have the king's ear here. And even then, it's more of an advisatorial situation. If you've gotten into your own heap of trouble, there's really nothing I can do at the moment.
Your friend that you introduced us to when the king was here, what was his name? The Owlin.
Otis?
Otis. He's familiar with, like, the mental magic abilities, correct?
Sure.
Would he know how to, A, possibly block that from happening to us, or B, find out how it's happening? Because we're pretty sure that's what's happening to all these poor villagers that are being murdered because they're being, convinced to do things in their head.
I don't know.
Good. Do you have a way to contact him?
Not at the mo. He's a bit indisposed last I heard. Don't know what. Sort of secret hush. There are weird whispers traveling around. Hard to tell what's factual and what's just a rumor. Look, I am really sorry you're going through this, but as you can hear, I've got a...
I would just like some advice on how to proceed.
Don't piss off the Chamberlain of the bloody town for starters, but you've already gone and fucked that up. You could try apologizing and, quite frankly, not be so much of a dick.
I just kind of look at Kasumi.
People are so sensitive here, I don't understand.
The highborns are kind of, a bit hoity-toity up their own skirts, you know?
Well, he seemed to be a bit more concerned about sending people to jail for just having a conversation and asking him questions he didn't want to answer.
But judging from what
When
I have
there are-
heard, it was more than just you trying to speak to him.
There are women and children that are being sent to their death in this town.
And for that, I am terribly sorry, but there's nothing I
Is
can
why I
do. I wish you the best of luck, but I do need to be getting back to me duties. Sorry, I couldn't
Thank you,
help
Fern.
more.
If you have the time and we do end up in jail, could you just let the king know we might not make it to the wedding?
Do your best to avoid that.
Well, they do kind of have a arrest warrant. I'm going to try to defuse the situation, but again,
I mean, do they have some sort of like very important caster who is familiar with handling situations like this in towns?
I have no idea. I'm here in Hopamir. You're down in Maelglen. You're a few hundred miles away from me. I don't get out much.
again, thank you, Fern. I hope it doesn't come to it, but if it does.
We're just trying to help. Maybe we shouldn't have
I
tried to help.
understand, but maybe you should have gone about it a slightly different way. Regardless, good luck. I have to get back. Good luck. And he
Thank you,
turns
Fern,
back into
and
the
I'll start
kitchen
to walk
and
away.
picks. You can hear him picking up a tray and dumping out whatever tea had been in there because it was cold now from your conversation. And he just begins bustling back, doing what he's doing. Vanera, from up in the tower, you hear the guards knocking on the door. Just boom, 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 boom. Open up in the name of Lord Huxley. Yes, you two that are in the tailor's closet. It's been quiet for a while. You haven't heard anything. There's been the occasional foot traffic past, but otherwise it's just a quiet, dusty closet.
Do I hear the knocking? Like the
Oh,
loud
you're a
banging
good
of the
couple
door?
hundred feet away from your home at this point.
Oh,
Is there any clothing around? Was there anything in the closet?
In their closet?
In any of the closets?
Oh yeah, if you were to
In the
go down
house.
into the into any of the bedrooms, or actually the main bedroom, you would find the main wardrobes had a few things of clothing in there.
She's gonna change.
She's gonna GTA her way out of this.
She's gonna change.
Okay.
Really quick.
Okay.
what's our wonder level at?
What is my wanted level at?
You're at half a star.
I was gonna say easily a 2 at this point because we ran.
What are you doing, Vanera?
okay.
You're hearing a boom, 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 boom.
Are we back yet?
With
Oh, no, we wouldn't
thaumaturgy,
be.
am I able to alter my voice? I know it says make it boom, but am I able to just alter my voice at all?
Not with taumaturgy. You can make you can make a sound, but you wouldn't be able to. I mean, technically, you could like. There's nothing saying you can't just be like, "Oh, my name's Vanera. My name's Vanera." Like you can make up a voice if you want.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
Funny.
Yeah, so I mean, like you can like
And
alter your own voice to your own capabilities and then use taumaturgy.
hood over my head
Mhm.
to hide my hair. Using taumaturgy to change the color of my eyes to oh, they're cold right now. To blue.
Okay.
just a minute. And just gonna walk out and kind of peek out the window. I'm just gonna unlock the door and kind of sneak it open. Yes.
He kind of looks. She goes, "Sorry, madam. We're on the hunt for some. out-of-towners, and you are not quite from here. Who are you?
If anyone gets this reference, I'm gonna love you forever. My name is Sophie.
Someone got the reference. Miss Sophie, do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
By all means. Any way I can help the law.
Suck up.
Saving your goddamn ass.
I didn't do
Make a
anything wrong.
deception check at
No!
with advantage.
Advantage, fuck.
You got this.
14.
14. Yeah, he's fallen for it hook, line, and sinker. He asks you a few questions, like what are you doing in town? How long are you staying? Have you seen anything strange? Go ahead.
That fog just rolled in so fast, I have no idea what happened. I was just taking a nap and I woke up to you banging on my door. It's just... I can't imagine the work that you young boys have to do to find those awful people.
Well, ma'am, we do what we can. Sorry to disturb you. If you hear anything, please let any other guard know. And he kind of like bows his head. Have a good day, ma'am. And he turns back to his patrol and says, "You two with me. You three, head that way. See who you can find." They
Just gonna
split off.
close the door just easily and lock it. Gonna put her back to the door.
Well played. So, Kasumi, Brick, you come back and you see Vanera just with her
Don't
back
you
to the
fucking
door.
walk outside at all. I just saved you.
What happened?
The guards were here.
Oh,
Good job.
Yeah, it
Kinda
was a
hard.
good job. I'm very proud
Kinda
of
hard
myself, to be
behind it.
perfectly honest.
what'd you do?
I assume she lied.
She still has the
Oh.
brown hood over and her eyes are blue.
Just realize the pure one lied.
Little white lies, it's fine.
You two cannot go outside.
Alright, the way I see this, we have two options. We gather the other two, and we ditch town, and we leave these poor unfortunate people to their fate, which I'm not happy about. Or, I take you two to go find the Chamberlain, and you both apologize, and we get on with this. No.
You need to apologize too, because you stood up to the guard.
I was protecting you.
I told you not to.
Fine, I'll apologize too. We'll all apologize.
Speaking of, you have no idea where Pez and Zaan are.
You think this shirt
well
would
aware.
fit me?
I don't know. DM, what does the shirt look like?
It's actually a very pretty blue with kind of gold trimming around it. Oddly enough, it's about Pez size.
I mean, it would fit you, but I don't think it would fit your personality.
Yeah, you're right. I just throw it behind me.
Now this, Zaan's gonna grab like this big duster leather coat and be like, fits you, personality-wise, but not size-wise.
I mean, I'm sure
Dragging
I could
along
fit
behind
in.
It's super Candlin. Like sleeves this far out from the hand.
You know what? I'll take it. How much?
3!
All right. I guess Taylor's deaf.
Don't steal.
We're trying to get on.
Listen here, angel on my shoulder. I want you to shut up.
Obviously, she's the devil today.
I can be your angle or your devil.
Your angle.
Well, as much as I think it would be a good idea to steal it, I don't think getting in more trouble with the local police after I promised to be a good bunny would be a smart idea.
I'll take this up to the register and ask the Mr. Taylor.
You mean the tailor that is probably not in the building since there's no one in here when we got here?
Search the building.
He's over by the butcher man.
Oh. I take the
Zaan,
cloak.
does this door have a window? Out of curiosity.
No, you're in a closet.
No. We left the closet. We're looking at clothes.
Oh, I thought you were playing with the clothes in the closet still.
No, we're we weren't even in the closet to look at Christmas presents, young man. We're out of the closet.
Out of the closet?
Came out of the closet.
Yes, there is a very large front window, but it's a little grimy and not well cared for.
Is there a door that looks like it goes out back?
Not that you're able to see. There's the storefront door. There's the counter with a curtain doorway behind it.
Can I look out the front window slowly and just see if there are any guards standing outside the door?
So
And see
as
if I
your
can locate
giant
the butcher.
ears tilt into the window frame,
I can fold them back. They can move. Yeah.
Just hold my ears.
you peer out through the grimy window and make a perception check
Sure.
as Pez plays dress up.
Perception is +9. That'd be a 21.
21. Through the window, you were able to see the backside of the butcher shop on the down the road to your left, the marketplace further down the street straight ahead, and slightly more to the right is your wagon home, where you see the guards are splitting off and kind of disappearing into the various crowds.
They're not headed towards the butcher shop, though, are they?
They're sort of doing just a general search pattern. They're not heading anywhere specific. They're just beginning to split up and wander through the crowds and just looking at faces.
Pez, do you have a hood?
Yeah, I
He
do.
pulls the hood over your head. Zaan, for the first time in a long time, is going to pull his hood over his head.
Well, actually, watch this. And I sneeze, and suddenly I am someone else because I cast disguise
Eh?
self.
Hey, hitch. Hi.
Well,
Okay, what do you look like?
Figment.
don't say a
Yeah, I
dwarf.
look like
Don't.
a
I'm sorry, not
purple
don't say a
kobold.
Oh, okay.
So you're a purple kobold.
Yes. What frills are nowhere to be seen, but I have a big pop belly, big old orange eyes, some curly horns. I'm Figment.
You're Figment. Okay.
Oh, you became a fat man.
Yep.
All right, fuck it. Zaan's gonna open the front door casually, like he's just been shopping, and walk towards the butcher's place with Pez in tow.
Okay. Both of you make a stealth check with advantage. I would give Pez super advantage, but there's no such thing.
There
There's
could
no
be.
need.
There could be.
I rolled a natural 20.
I rolled another 19, surprisingly.
Okay. The pair of you just seem to meld perfectly within the crowd. No one gives you a second glance. You even walk straight past one of the guards, who even looks at you and then just keeps going, looking somewhere else. But yeah, the two of you are able to head to the butcher shop with relative ease. You head inside. Okay. You open the door to the butcher shop, and you had seen Nicolae before. He was very dirty, grimy. He had a blood-stained apron. Bits of viscera were kind of hardened onto it. The inside of his shop is strikingly clean by comparison. The meats on display appear to be expertly cut. And there's, you've seen these cold magic stones before in various other shops around the continent. They're giving off that little, like freezer steam kind of chill. Yeah. The room is relatively cozy. Looks to be about enough room for a dozen or so people to stand comfortably while they wait. Inside you see the three of them, Nicolae, Gi-gi, and the skittish tailor from before. and they're all standing around talking. Nicolae still has a bandage on his arm, but it doesn't appear to be red or bleeding. It's just sort of superficial, just to kind of keep things clean. And he sees the pair of you walk in and goes, sorry, I'm a bit tied up at the moment. You'll have to come back a little bit later for any of your orders. Oh, it's you.
Don't worry, I have my head.
It's good to see. Sorry you were subjected to that so soon upon arriving into town.
I do not need an apology given to me. You are the ones that needs the apology. I am very sorry. I have a very strict moral codes that I follow, and attacking those that are unarmed is punishable by death to me.
Well, I can just say that this was a bit of a workplace accident. Happens from time to time. Blades break. I'll be keeping this mum personally.
I appreciate it. You said the Goliath went into his shop as well, right?
Yeah, Gi-gi is currently leaning one arm on the counter, other fist on her hip, and she's not happy, but she's also not outwardly aggressive.
I'm gonna thank you for restraining me. I apologize for you having to deal with that situation. I am usually quite resilient to those types of situations.
She kind of gives you a bit of a grunt and a nod. And she's just really kind of keeping an eye on you.
It's fine. I would too. Is the tailor still there?
Yeah, he's there, and he's kind of standing a little bit behind Gi-gi, just still looking really skittish. He's an average-looking human. He's got red hair, mutton chops with a goatee. He's a very, very lithe build. Doesn't appear overly strong or anything. He's got a white shirt on with gold trim under a royal blue vest, tan pants, calf-high leather boots. He seems plain but elegant at the same time in his attire.
And you, skittish man in the back.
Oi, good day. Name's Sobrano Doyle. I'm the local tailor. Hi.
You. I apologize, but I used your dressing room to conceal myself. Nobody saw us go into the store. So you might want to have some help cleaning your place. It looks quite in disuse.
Yeah, the business been a little slow. Things haven't been going too great with, the town and people attacking. No one's really shopping for clothes or anything like that. But things will be fine.
Zaan is going to throw him 10 gold coins. I would appreciate you keeping this quiet and using this to clean your shop.
Thank you. Yes. And he just kind of nervously seems to be putting the coins away, looking a little confused.
I do have another question. Since my party members were questioning this gentleman who was very well dressed, is there someone in the town who is able to call gods out of him?
Nicolae has walked behind his counter and is kind of leaned both arms on top of it, just kind of make room for everyone to be able to stand in the front area. Describe the man for me. I was a bit preoccupied.
He had a cane, very well dressed. He had a very snooty attitude, at least for the 10 seconds that I saw him, about kind of look down upon people.
He begins to chuckle a bit, and even Gi-gi, as stern as she is, has a little bit of a grin. So you met the Chamberlain.
Yes, this Chamberlain. How did all of this craziness happen when he was here starting, or
Chamberlain's been here for a while, I think. He's sort of in charge of the Huxley's affairs. He does the day-to-day business for them.
And who are the Huxleys?
Oh, Lord and Lady Huxley. They're in charge of the town, basically.
Real fast, DM. How do you spell Huxleys?
Well, sorry, I misspoke. We call them the Huxleys, but really they're Lord Huxley Maelglen and Lady Marigold Maelglen. Huxley is Huxley. We just
Ley.
We just call them the Huxleys. It's a bit easier.
You said Lady Maelglen?
Yeah, Marigold Maelglen.
Excuse me. Marigold. Is that first name or last name?
I think it's a first.
Just making sure. This chupacabra man. How long have you been here?
I'm sorry, say that again.
This chupacabra man. How long have you been here?
Few years, 6, 7, give or take.
Has he always been kind of ein piece of shit?
To be fair, Chamberlain's actually quite a nice fellow. Gi-gi, how'd you describe him that one time when we were having drinks the other day? She kind of gets a bigger grin. Resting bitch face.
So
He kind of chuckles like, yeah. That was funny. That was it.
So he's not really a bad person. He just tends to come off as a bad person.
Oh, you could say that. He's done well. I haven't really heard any complaints from anyone. Treats everybody right.
Something just doesn't feel right. Apparently, my party felt something off about him, and the only other person that was nearby him was, to look over at the tailor, was Hugh. So,
I was coming back to apologize for the spat we had earlier.
I honestly figured. If they were prodding at him, there had to be some reason for it. Do you know anyone who might know what he does better than most? Someone who keeps track, or is this these Huxleys, are they easily approachable?
Lord and Lady Maelglen are about as approachable as any noble. In which case they're not.
Where would I find the Chamberlain's building?
Chamberlain lives with the Maelglens. He is in charge of their estate, after all, so he has a room within their abode.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you dealing with the situation as well as you have. And since I am technically in your debt, if there's anything that you need, ever feel free to ask. We are the large cart outside. Might not want to mention that to the gods, though, if they come asking.
Can I, using my anti-disguise goggles, see anything funny?
You glance around the room. Everyone appears exactly as they appear, except for you. If you look at your hand or whatnot, you see your Pez digits. Non-purple, non-orange. Yeah.
Zaan is gonna walk over to the table where
The counter where they're all leaning.
yeah, where Gi-gi is leaning. Sabran.
Yeah, Sabran.
Nicolae is, and walk over to Sabran. Can you come here?
Sure. What? Okay.
Seems to be sweating a lot for someone who's done nothing wrong.
I am sweating because strangers to the town are attacking my friends and getting the Chamberlain mad at them. You're all kind of scary, especially your the big metal one.
I believe that, but since he is not here, he is no longer an object of this conversation. While Gi-gi and I apologize, Nicolae are perfectly calm with this situation, it would seem that you are not handling it very well, and I doubt that my party is the reason for that. Could it be that you saw something that scared you after particularly doing something?
I'm scared of you, and I don't do well with strange people. Too many around, don't like blots, and you have a very, very big sword.
Yes, that is true. And just so you know, I take it very personally when someone manages to, what do you say, have me lose my mind to someone else. And I would definitely say, if I was to find out who that person was, I would not hesitate to murder him in cold blood. Is there something you want to tell me before I murder someone in cold blood?
I may need to change my pants.
You can change them when we are done with this conversation.
At this point, Nicolae kind of raises a hand and goes, ease off him a bit there, friend. Doesn't do well with confrontation. And you can see that he's starting to lean a bit heavily, and he's hyperventilating slightly, and is not looking great. I need to go lie down. He kind of is looking at Nicolae and Gi-gi. I'll come. Drinks later at the red door. Yes. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna go lie
before
down.
you go, though.
Yeah. Please. Yes. What?
Nicolae, Gi-gi, please understand that I mean you no harm. Zaan's gonna cast banishment on Sabran.
Okay. Okay. And what save is that?
What are we doing?
That's gonna be a charisma save.
A charisma save. That is a natural 1.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna send him to a harmless plane, but I'm gonna send him to a plane that is very scary. Very, very, very scary. As scary as it could be with still being harmless.
Hell.
Jello.
I'm suspicious of both these guys too, but why are we doing this like this?
Slime. Just.
Slime.
I like Vanera's
Snail.
idea. He's going to the slime world. He's just stuck in goop. It can't move very quick. There's just a coming after him.
If it touches you, you die, but if you live, you get $1 million.
Okay, so you point at Sabran. And he vanishes. And with that, we're gonna take just a little bit of a break.
What is with you two tonight?
What?
We will be back in just a little while after getting a refill on refreshments, bathroom break, and all. Get yourself some snacks. Yeah, we'll be back
Be the
here.
responsible one tonight.
I like
be
how
back in
you're the
just
one
a
who's supposed to
second.
be under arrest. Okay.
Okay. Don't go too far. And we are back. Hello, we have returned. So, last we left off a very, very short while ago, Zaan banished Siobhan.
To the land of goo.
So, before we get back to that particular debacle, Vanera,
have a
Kasumi, and Brick, yes.
So it's Sabran, right?
Yes.
Is his last name James?
O'Doyle.
LeBron James O'Doyle?
Oh!
Thank you. Continue.
Missed
Sorry.
opportunity. So when we go back, and after Brick was trying to convince Kasumi that she needs to apologize for absurd reasons,
I'm so proud.
Kasumi is just gonna look at both of them and be like, wait a minute, and she's gonna sprint upstairs to her little altar table, and she is gonna get a little bit of a fire going, and she is going to do a draconic rune casting.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Indeed.
So, she is gonna do the guidance casting. So she's gonna use 2 bones.
Okay.
So she has her little small bones that she gathered from the clearing. Boba, get off my dice! And she's gonna sit there, just kind of focus on the fire before she throws the bones in. And she's going to ask, does the Chamberlain have something to do with the spells that are being cast on the villagers? And then she's going to throw her bones in.
Okay. You sit there and you light your incense fire. The smoke begins to curl up and swirl around the beautifully decorated wood depiction of your deity Shenshe. You focus on the dragon, and as if she were physically there in front of you, ask your questions and toss the bones into the flames. You sit there a moment and they sizzle and crackle, begin to break from the heat, and then one of the bones lets out a loud pop as it splits apart, and it blows out the flames, and you get a sense of the answer being no.
Bad bones. They're wrong.
Well,
Magic 8 ball. Try again later.
Kasumi's gonna make sure the fire's out, and she's gonna very slowly walk down the stairs. So I did a thing.
Oh, what was your
Oh,
you need to roll the d8 and
so I rolled. Hold on. 1, 2. Okay, D&D Beyond, stop it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I rolled a 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on, did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So your mind feels clearer than you've ever felt it. Your eyes seem to take in more information than they usually do. You have advantage on wisdom and intelligence ability checks until a long rest is taken.
Ooh.
Okay.
You're more smart now.
Your mind is razor sharp right now.
She's gonna just very carefully just walk down the stairs. So I did a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I asked Shenshe if she could tell me whether the Chamberlain is directly involved and what is going on in the town.
Mm-hmm.
And she said no.
Gasp.
Listen, you can't sit here and ignore the fact that he looked very sketchy.
He's in charge of the town. Of course he looks sketchy. He's watching everyone.
I just want to point out, I'm so proud of both of you.
With that being said, at the time, my attention was drawn to both the Chamberlain and the tailor.
So now can we go apologize?
Yes.
Right.
But we need to find out where Zaan and Pez are. I figured they would be back here by now.
No.
If I know them, probably doing something stupid. So let's get this over with. And I'm gonna walk the tower
Fun
and
transition.
and look out, look around for the lieutenant.
Make a perception check.
I just picture him. Oh, yoo-hoo!
Oh gods!
Big sum of blood.
Pulls up his metal legging.
Oh, it'll be vines and like moss. Like, hey,
Oh, forgot to shave. Boink.
it's gotta be a disadvantage because oh fuck, it's a 1.
Oh.
There's a lot of people out there.
And ooh, look, a spider.
Unfortunate.
Meanwhile,
Gonna walk back down, surprised that no guards saw me, and well, we need to ask someone where we can find the Chamberlain because I can't find a guard, which is ironic.
Okay. Are we just gonna step out?
Yeah, and I unlock the door and step out and hold the door open.
All my hard work for nothing.
Well, that's why the guards aren't anywhere near your home. You are clear.
I mean, we probably should step a bit away from the house.
I'm gonna go ask the butcher. Come on.
All right.
Okay, so the three of you go to the butcher. Okay. You all head towards the butcher shop. You open the door. There's a red-haired man there, and then he's gone, and Zaan was pointing at him.
Oh no. Father, put him back.
What happened?
Even Nicolae is kind of like leaned up from the thing. What have you done?
You just transported him to a demi plane. Put him back.
You don't know what he did.
He's pointing. I've seen banishment before. I know exactly what he did.
Make an intelligence check.
I will.
Mr. Exhausted.
And oh, that's right, it's a disadvantage too. Yay!
18.
Yeah, okay, you know what he did.
I rolled an 18 and a natural 20. Fuck you.
I tried. Gi-gi,
9.
as protective as she had been with Nicolae, she's kind of leaned up, but she doesn't appear to be quite as aggressive looking. But Nicolae's just, what? And it's like head in his hand. What have you done?
Listen, I need you to listen very carefully, very closely. There were two peoples that my party were going towards, the Chamberlain and this man. If the Chamberlain is assumed to be innocent in this situation, which, to be honest with you, him being an aristocrat, he would be, means that the
He's
only
innocent.
other... Then,
Assuming
if he is innocent and has been told to my party by some means, I need you all to act as a part. Brick, all of you need to get in behind that counter, holding Nicolae and Gi-gi back, assumedly. Gi-gi, Nicolae, I need both of you to act as concerned as you can and try to convince Nicolae to spill what he knows. If you don't, I will have to convince him, and I will not be good with convincing him politely.
And, what about me and Hamburger?
Look menacingly over in the corner.
Make a
my mask on.
persuasion check.
Me?
Yes.
Sure. What is my persuasion? Actually, pretty good. 16 plus 6 is 22.
You really had to struggle with that one.
I was about to say 24. I'm like, oh, wait, that math doesn't add up.
Gi-gi shares a glance with Nicolae and looks back at you. Be gentle.
Please,
Be gentle with him.
I will do my best. Understands that I will not harm him unless he does harm to me first.
He's in a dirty plane. He's fine.
Regardless of what I will do when he comes back.
And as you say this, he pops back into existence, and he's soggy.
You.
It's kind of. I need a shower. I need a shower.
Zaan's gonna walk over the door that he was walking towards and shut it, and look at him. There's some things that you need to tell me, and you need to tell it to me right now.
I need a bath. Is what I need.
Is there something more than that you need to tell me? Or I will do it again, and again, and again, until there is nothing left of your sanity.
While he's doing this, I castrate detect thoughts.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I do that.
You do it quietly this time.
Because Timmy's gonna be in fox form and just be growling at him.
Hamburgers.
I hope I've ushered everyone inside and closed the door.
Well, Zaan shut the door there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Vanera, it's weird. As much as he's stammering, he's stammering in his head too, and all you hear is, "I didn't like that. I need a bath. This is gross. I really, really, really want to change clothes." But he looks at you, Zaan. He's kind of holding himself like just any sort of connection with himself would just be sticky and just unpleasant. It's like, what do you need to ask me?
There were only two people watching what happened with me. You and the Chamberlain. And the Chamberlain has been proven innocent, which means there is only you.
I don't know what to do. I don't have anything on me. I just want to. I didn't do nothing at all.
Can I insight check him?
You can make an insight check.
I will insight check him. It is a very good roll. What is my insight? Hopefully not bad.
Vanera, you're still just getting a repeated like OCD person's nightmare of they are not clean. They want to be clean.
DM's 21.
21. He seems forthright with you. He just is in a really uncomfortable situation. He just got sent somewhere and was dropped in some sort of muck. He just is just generally in distress.
Zaan's gonna sit there and think for a moment, just over in his head the situation at hand. Would you like me to send you to a bath plane?
That exists. For that fleeting moment of acceptance, he doesn't even quite fight it, and just he's gone.
Well, it seems that we are out of suspects. I do not.
Which means there was someone else.
Nicolae is behind the counter.
Look at Kissimmee, or your god's wrong.
When he comes back, let him go. We need to have some words.
Okay.
So you let him.
I'm gonna let him soak for a second. Let the wash go through. Just make sure the clean cycle, the spinning, and all that, and he's dry, and then let him.
We were just standing there in awkward silence.
For a minute. Eventually,
Brick
he
just-
comes back.
No, Brick goes over to a post, just repeatedly.
Sabran eventually comes back, and he's wetter, but not necessarily cleaner. He goes, so cold, salty. Can I go now, please?
Yes. I am sorry, Sabran.
Okay. And he's like, and he lets himself out, and he's just kind of like doing one of those kind of walks as he goes out and back around the corner.
Can I, like, look at Hamburger and say,
What was that? Accosting?
Possibly.
Nicolae just has
Yes.
his head in his hands, like, I
just look at Nicolae. I am so sorry.
Well, to be truthful with you, Sabron's been a bit dodgy lately.
I could.
He kind of like leans back, cracks his knuckles. Tell you what. Why don't we talk about it over a few drinks, aye?
I think some of my party members have to do something first, but that does not necessarily seem like a bad idea.
Speaking of, any idea where we can find the Chamberlain?
If you want the Chamberlain, you'll have to go over to the manor, usually. Unless he's doing his rounds.
What if we invite this chupacabra to drinks with us?
I doubt he
Doubt
would
that'll
drink.
work.
I doubt he would drink with us.
I mean,
Well, I don't know the Chamberlain's ever been one to turn down a free drink.
you see, I have smart ideas in my little pea brain.
Now, to be fair, he also, to my personal knowledge, has not been offered a drink from people that he wanted arrested, as what is sounding like is happening here.
To be fair,
Only one way to find out.
I wasn't the one who was under arrest yet, so.
I mean, he accosted me, so he needs to apologize to me, so I could go ask him.
As we have already caused enough trouble.
You've had your good idea.
Well, I'll tell you what. Gi-gi and I have some other business we need to get done today. Say we meet around dinner. Oi?
Where?
The red door. Honestly, you can't miss it. You head up the lane up this way, and he kind of directs you and tells you like lefts and rights and all. Only building in town that's got 2 big red doors on the front.
Zaan,
Should be quite
Sounds
loud,
good.
quite packed, easy to have a conversation that won't be overheard.
Colorblind.
people help you. Zaan's gonna cost Gi-gi or throw Gi-gi and Nicolae 5 gold each, and that's for the lost business.
Oh, to be fair, we haven't had much business this morning, but appreciate it nonetheless. Gi-gi takes the coins, looks at you, Zaan, and begins lumbering out. Gives a little, what looks like was attempted to be a gentle, like, plap plap on the head, but it's a fairly thump thump on the head, and you kind of feel like some of your, like, spine popping. It's like,
I like her.
Should we go find Vanera? Because, I mean, it looked like
I'm
there's a-
here.
Vanera's
She's
there.
right there.
What?
Yeah, she's right behind you.
Your eyes are different.
Health checks off the
What are
charts!
Oh yeah, you are still wearing the cloak with blue eyes.
you? Vanera?
Blue eyes, cloak, Vanera.
Oh, it would have. The eyes would have gone away by now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I actually would like to take out my book of sending. Write a note.
Okay. Give me just just a moment to get to my. All right, who are you sending it to?
The Chamberlain.
Oh.
It's a love letter.
There's hearts everywhere.
Harlot.
She's
Okay.
gonna seduce him to apologize.
She's too pure for that. I don't believe you.
I don't know. She just lied to a bunch of guards. You.
We're corrupting her.
I can see a horn
Alright.
on your forehead.
What are you sending?
So you don't know me, but I was one of the ones that you tried to arrest earlier. And we would genuinely like to formally apologize if you would be up to meeting us for drinks. Oh, we just made a really weird noise. If you would be up to meeting us for drinks, we'll be with Gi-gi and Nicolae at the Red Door for dinner.
Okay.
Did you also tell him that we have the dark crystal?
Oh,
Is that all you want to say?
Thank you. In advance.
Okay. You finish writing the note. You recite the incantation. The dragon painted on the front of the book comes to life, curls around the thing, looks at you, does a little, and then takes off and disappears.
dragon. How to do that tongue thing.
I would if I was a dragon.
Same.
Fair.
All the time.
Okay. So what are you all doing for now?
Burke's just gonna stare at the book.
Nicolae is still kind of sitting there leaning against the counter. While that was interesting, would you all like anything?
I actually do have a question for you, because you are the butcher.
That would be me.
Where do you get your meats from?
Oh, anywhere and everywhere that I can, really. We've got get some goods from the butcher there in Crossroads. Every now and then we get some of the elderly from Emerald Point that are no longer good for logging. They come up, and when their time is done, we make use of them. Local ones, of course, same sort of situation. Once they're done and can't really participate in the fields and whatnot, we make use of everything that we can.
So you don't get any imports from, like, down south?
No, it would take too long to get here.
No. Well, I was going to offer, a wonderful job opportunity once we get the farm back up. But, I don't know if you've heard of, Marigold Farms or the Meat Pat's Back.
Can't say
but
I have.
We provide quite a range of meats and selections. So, I mean, if you're ever looking for more exotic meats from down south, a little bit more dry and sandy. Just
Well, I'll tell you what, if you can figure out how to get something from there to here in a timely manner that it doesn't go bad, I think we could strike up a business deal.
All right.
DM.
Sir.
Could I go sit beside Vanera and kind of facing away from our two new friends, and
Well,
try
Gi-gi
to-
is currently left.
She's left. Okay.
Yeah, it's just you guys in the butcher shop with Nicolae.
I would like to talk in a low voice so as not to have him hear. Nicolae here.
Okay.
And
Make a stealth check.
Okay. We will see how this goes.
What?
12. Well, actually, that'd be a 13 because +1 and 16. So 13.
Okay. Okay. So, you lean and whisper down to Vanera.
This might just be me feeling a bit. What's the word for when everything around you seems suspicious?
Suspicious.
Sure. I feel like there's another word I heard one time, but never mind. How can you cast the mind read many more times today?
That will.
You try Nicolae.
The detective's notebook has 1 charge. So you can
does it?
cast-
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I meant to check that earlier, so I may have let a few detect talk side by, but yeah, we'll say for the moment that the charges are spent.
Not at the moment.
Okay. They seem awfully calm.
I mean, they've been dealing with this a while, so I'm not surprised.
Just a thought. And then I'll go back to waiting to see if the dragon appears on the book.
There's a few minutes that pass. Unless anyone else wants to do anything, I can advance a little bit. So a few minutes pass by. Nicolae is showing some of the meats that he has, even though there seems to be not a whole lot of interest in it. After a moment, the painted wyvern does come back with a reply. There's a little hissing sound and as it appears, and it flies right back to the book. The page slips behind the cover, and it wraps back around onto it and comes to rest there. Sorry. I'm assuming you pluck it out to read it. On the back of the page that you sent, it says, "It would be my pleasure."
That's foreboding. We gonna get arrested.
Actually, to be accurate, you will be arrested. I was not under arrest. Surprisingly enough, I'm not the one under arrest this time.
Well, anyone got anything before we meet for drinks?
Zaan's going to procure 20 large steaks from Nicolae. Of course,
Okay.
that's my first 20 of the night.
Goddamn. Give me just a second here. Okay, that will be 4 copper apiece, so 80 copper pieces.
Cheap ass meat, man. Damn, I'll take it.
Well, you gotta remember, gold is what, $100 in real life money?
Yeah, a standard pack of steaks at where I work is around $100.
I mean, now, if you're looking for some more high quality stuff,
I want the highest quality you have.
well, we do have the dragon steak.
Bring it on, I want 20 of them.
It'll be 10 gold apiece.
I want 5 of them.
All right, so you fork over the 50 gold, and he gives you some big slabs of meat, and it looks good. There's marbling. Brick, you don't have saliva glands, and somehow you're drooling.
Well, Ironically, it looks fantastic. We'll have to see if he likes it.
I seem to be leaking from my face. This puts me in distress.
You're gonna be fine.
Pat, pat.
Thank you.
Of course, now keep in mind, those are from the Dragonfire Mountains. Very hard to get. Very rare. You want to take care of cooking them.
I would be very careful.
He wraps it up in paper and gets string around it, taps it. Don't overcook them.
Nine. I would never think of it.
Well done.
Get out.
With ketchup.
We catch.
Banned for life. So, if there's nothing else you would like to do, we can skip on ahead for the rest of the day.
I'm gonna run the stakes back to the. Oops, sorry.
I wish to freshen up before we go see the Chamberlain and switch into something a bit nicer dressing.
Okay.
And I'm gonna run the stakes to the freezer thingy.
Okay.
Are we dressing up?
I look fine.
What are you wearing, Vanera?
Clothing.
Yes, but it looks nicer.
I mean, I'd rather not go to jail. So.
Are those silk robes still in the closet where I found the sword?
Unless you have moved them somewhere, they are exactly where you left them.
Weren't they like green with like flowers on them? I don't remember. I don't think I wrote them down.
And if I'm not.
I honestly
Sorry.
don't recall.
With that.
Ian?
Hmm?
What time did the letter come back? Like, about what time of the day versus, like, how long do we have until...
It was early afternoon, I believe.
We have 6 hours?
I'd say 4 to 6, barely.
I'm gonna try to get a long rest in to take away my exhaustion. Just go into stasis.
Ah. Okay, so I'm assuming you go back to the wagon home for it?
Yep.
Okay.
Just sits on some
Just
meat.
not in the middle of Nicolae's butcher shop.
No, I'm nice.
You'd come back with a
Right.
chalkboard in front of you with the sales written on it. Yeah. Yeah, you're able to go back to the wagon home and take a nap.
Okay. Thank God, get rid of the exhaustion.
Anyone
It
else?
sucks when I roll a 20 and I can't use it.
Vanera tries to find something slightly nicer. The previous occupants did leave essentially all their clothing behind, and she was roughly your size, so there's plenty of clothing that you can choose from.
Okay.
You sound... Oh, yeah, sorry.
I think I look great. Chang Chang. I'm gonna polish my armor.
Okay, well, if there's nothing else that you would like to do... oh, excuse me. As you all leave to head towards the Red Door, you're traveling through the town on foot, and the sun is beginning to dip beyond the horizon when you hear a fair amount of commotion and hoof falls and heavy steps behind you. You turn and look, and the crowd is beginning to part to make way from what looks like to be a miniature procession heading through the town. There's heavily armored knights with green tabards and spears held at their sides, and behind them, drawn behind two very, very large dinosaurs, is a carriage that looks like it's trying to be flamboyant and impressive, but compared to your wagon home, it is not nearly as unique. But it is a very deep emerald green with gold trim. Curtains are drawn, and there's the carriage man up top that's manning the creatures. There's 2 more guards sitting on the backside of the carriage, just keeping an eye out as it's going through the town. There's a bit of hullabaloo and whispering as this goes on past, but the crowd parts. It continues on through the lane, and once it passes and the procession departs, the crowd comes back together, milling about and continuing on with their day.
Wonder what that was all about.
You don't think that was the Chamberlain, do you?
Or his
Did it-
boss.
Did it look like it was going towards the red place bar?
No, it's staying on the main thoroughfare, and from the directions you were given, the red door is down the main thoroughfare a ways, but kind of off to the side through like a side street.
And the red door is a bar, right? Or is it just like an inn or a restaurant?
It was a tavern.
Thank you.
So, what are you all doing as we lapse into silence?
Sorry, it's raining.
Keep on trucking to the red door.
Okay. You all follow the directions that Nicolae had given you earlier, and sure enough, it's very easy to spot the place. The 2 double doors in the front are a very, very bright scarlet red. There's people milling about out front. There's fairly consistent traffic coming in and out. Some people leaving at various stages of sobriety. There's very well-dressed people. There's more commonly dressed people. You all come up to the door, push it open, and within is a very cozy, bustling tavern. The interior, it's got tables on either side of the entryway, leaving a path open from the door straight to the bar that's at the center back of the room. To the left, you can see flames and pots and people moving and the wonderful smells of whatever's being cooked for the evening off to the left side of the bar. And on the right, you can see that there's a raised platform where there's a trio of bards and some dancers off to the side that one of them has a stein in their hand. They look very common, not like they're meant to be there. They're just out there having fun. And there appears to be a stairway off to your left that is heading up to what would look like rooms to be able to stay in. As soon as you open the door, you see a very pretty human female walk across the way holding a platter. She's bright red hair. It's tied up, braided, and ponytailed, almost as if like she couldn't decide what sort of style she wanted to have for it, and just went with everything all at once. She has a white blouse that's slightly yellowed with age under a tight-fitting brown leather corset. The sleeves end at the elbows, and they're tied there with pretty little bows. She has a bright red ankle-length skirt that's frayed and torn at the bottom with a apron tied around her waist. Around the waist, she has a leather belt with a water skin and a dagger hanging from it, and she looks up as you enter and goes, "Why, welcome to the Red Door Tavern. Find yourselves a table, I'll be with you in just a mo."
Do we see Nicolae or the Chamberlain?
Make a perception check.
Bitch, I can do it regular!
Regular check. Watch it
It
be super
didn't
fucking
matter, that's
low.
a 2!
You take a glance around, but you're distracted by the pretty girl and just the hustle and bustle of people. There's a lot going on. It's a bit of almost a sensory overload. That nap hit you really fucking hard. Like you woke up, you weren't sure what you weren't sure what year it is. What was that, Vanera?
Can I check?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Also, Ian, if that face doesn't go on the
thumbnail. Let me see. That was
I'm gonna be real upset at you.
223.
only my-
Brick face.
Third natural one of the night. Don't worry about
Oh
it.
no.
It's away.
You begin looking around, and as you kind of like stretch up on your tiptoes, there's a patron to your left, and he just happened to, without realizing you were there, blew a big plume of tobacco smoke into your face, and it just gets into your nose and makes your eyes water. Yeah, it's not pleasant.
Can I check? Vantage point?
I would say at this point you hear a hail from off to your right, and you look over, and there's the very dark-haired, gray-skinned Gi-gi waving a stein up at you, with Nicolae sitting beside her, also giving a wave.
We walk over.
Although I was curious to see how many more of you would roll incredibly low on perception checks there. We're just going to...
You want me to do it as well? I can do it as well.
No, it's fine. We're done. It's over with.
Just watch us suffer, Zaan.
I rolled a 22.
Oh. Should have just had Pez do it.
You didn't ask.
Yeah, not gonna.
He didn't. He didn't ask.
I mean, I did, but
Nope. It's too late. You found him.
Well, we walked
Sat
over.
down.
Zaan's gonna sit next to Gi-gi because I can.
Okay. You sit down next to her, and it's kind of amusing. Her sitting down is like very hunched over, and you're just like tiny beside her. Nicolae raises a tankard to you, and well, first round's on me. What are you having?
What do you
I
have
do not
here?
require sustenance.
Yeah, he's a big
Unfortunate for
pussy.
you.
So, what do they have here?
General fare, ale, meads, wines.
Meat sounds good. For me, at least.
You have anything from down south? Because I've been really craving some snake oil.
I don't think so. Never heard of that personally. Is it hard liquor? A brand?
It's freshly juiced snake.
That sounds awful.
I would second that statement. Oh, ew, no. God. Fuck no.
It took you long enough. Good God. I will take wine, please.
Oh, bless
I'll
you.
have mine too.
Right. He raises a hand and looks over towards the bar, and he goes, "Oi, Owen!" And you see a big man behind there, wearing a similar red shirt to the lady that was walking around, like a teal blue apron on, just big, has that like classic like fighter mustache, nice and curly, heavy forehead, bushy eyebrows, and he kind of glances over the table. Nicolae shouts out the orders. The man just gives a bit of a nod and begins pouring and putting them on a platter. So, do you enjoy your afternoon in the town?
I took a nap.
I was too busy thinking about the steaks.
Oh, I can't wait
And
for you to try them.
And polishing mine armor.
Any sign of the Chamberlain?
I haven't seen him today. Why?
He's supposed to be here. If not, we're all getting arrested.
Or
Not you
I'm
two.
going to pretend I don't know you that well, if it comes to that, if you don't mind.
I would do the same
Understandable.
thing.
It's around this point that the lady that greeted you when you first walked in comes up with the platter, and she sets it down and goes, "Oh, loves, got some wines, got some ale, got a mead. Who ordered what?
Wine, please.
Wine to you.
Wine.
Wine to Kasumi. Ale to the rabbit.
9 meat. Thank you, so.
What's my next guess?
It's all right.
I didn't order anything, but could I get your name?
Gi-gi reaches over and takes yours. She goes, "Hi, my name's Siobhan. Happy to have you here.
Gesundheit.
You need anything to eat, or are you just drinking tonight?"
Rings for the moment.
Righto, if you need anything, just call out for me or my brother. She takes up the platter and she bustles off to one of the to another table. It is pretty busy and it's quite loud.
So, you said that there were some things you would like to chat about.
Oi, well, what, Vanera?
Yeah.
Nothing. Right. Well, thing is, I'm not pointing fingers, mind. But Siobhan, he's been a bit different. Been getting weirder.
I got that, to be honest. His shop seems very unkempt for somebody who is there all the time, supposedly.
Can he speak to that? He used to be a bit of a neat freak. Don't really know what's been going on. Don't know if it's the stress of the town getting to him, making things go off a bit, but he's been a bit more aggressive lately, as I'm sure you all saw when you first got here.
It's a very drastic change of personality, going from drastic to stupefied. Yeah, there's that too.
Well, I don't really know what to say to that, to be fair.
So how long ago did that start happening?
A few weeks, few months. Kind of started slow, then all the odd goings on started to happen. Kind of started to get behind everybody's skin. Seems Siobhan more than others.
Have you noticed any weird mushrooms peeking up out of somewhere?
Mushrooms? No, I ain't seen no mushrooms.
Okay, just wondering.
That's good. Yeah, we dealt with something that was oddly similar.
Nope. No mushrooms, sorry.
But that is alright. So... So you wouldn't have noticed if he would be walking around the town during the day at all instead of being in his shop, would you?
No, to be honest, he very rarely leaves his shop these days. Just sits up on... You've been to his shop. He's got the second floor. That's the second floor is his own home. He just sits up in the windows and just watches people.
That is very odd.
Great.
You said he'd been having outbursts, started having outbursts around the same time that people started to also have their minds messed with, yes?
Why, who wouldn't be? You're going around your own business, and sooner or later, your neighbor just comes out and attacks you for no bloody reason.
You and Gi-gi don't seem that affected compared to everyone else. Well,
Gi-gi and I have
Nicolae
been around for quite a bit, and we've seen our own troubles. We've came here and settled down and just trying to have a normal life.
Yes, that doesn't seem like it's going to happen with all this craziness going on.
Forgive
Things
me,
calmed
did
down in
his...
the end.
Oh, sorry.
Nope.
Did his first outburst come before the first person losing it, or did the person lose it first? Could you recall?
No, we we're just having a regularly scheduled card game, and this is a few months or so after it all started to happen, and he just got angry after one hand, one joke, and threw his cards down and stormed out.
Was anyone attacked around that time?
Can't even recall. It was so many moons ago.
Forgive me, I had a theory that maybe he had awakened some latent magical ability and was doing it without knowing.
Siobhan? No, he ain't got a magical bone in his body. It's right around this time that Gi-gi takes a big drink from her tankard, kind of plops it down. He has the ring.
I'm sorry.
The ring?
One ring.
She kind of looks over at Nicolae, and he leans back and takes a sip of his ale and goes, "Oh, he's had that for a while now, though. Won it off that bloke. She's really weird looking."
How weird would you say?
You ever see her purple gem?
Plenty, surprisingly.
Well, they're not too common around here. Just it's weird for someone. The bloke we were playing, he had the coin. We all had the coin. It was a good night. We were drinking, buying rounds for each other, playing way on into the early hours, and all of a sudden he places this ring down for his bet. We were well into our cups at the time, didn't think anything of it, thought he just lost his mind. But it was weird, didn't sit right with me. Might be nothing, but...
First object. I'd say this to the rest of the group. We've had some encounters with curses.
This here, Mr. Bloke, would you be able to, like, describe him, point him out, or something?
No, he was a bit of a drifter. Came in one night, joined us for a couple rounds of cards, and never saw him again. He was pretty fucking hammered at the end of the night. Probably woke up halfway to his destination before he realized we made off with his ring and half his coin purse. That was a good night. Even Gi-gi is kind of like grinning and nodding her head.
Zaan's gonna take a bigger swig of mead than Gi-gi took of her ale.
Or he only looked like he was hammered and he left the ring on purpose.
I've only seen a handful of people give up that much coin, and all of them was smashed.
Not if you had a reason to do it.
What's coin if you're trying to kill people?
I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say you all are the experts in this particular instance.
Well, you wouldn't be wrong. We do deal with craziness.
You earlier in your shop after the disappearance of Mr. Stutters, did you invite him to come here tonight also? Because I thought you did for like drinks.
To be fair, we keep inviting him. Because, I mean, we've been friends with him for forever, but he's just been ghosting us.
Spooky.
He may show up, he probably won't, though.
Sitting beside me.
Who'd you sit beside?
Someone.
Who wants to sit beside Vanera? Okay, Britt.
Of course. Right. She's gonna get his attention. We should make a home visit
I was thinking the same thing.
tonight.
Less thinking the same thing, but okay.
So, can you describe this ring a little bit in more detail? So, obviously a purple crystal, but...
To be honest, I can't. He wears it fairly often, but again, we don't see him that often anymore.
By often, have you ever seen him without it?
A few times. Again, that's the only odd thing that I've seen of him recently, apart from his anger fits. Otherwise, he's just been the same old stammery fool.
We should check on it tonight before we go back.
Agreed. Look around. Any sign of the Chamberlain or guards?
No guards, no Chamberlain at the moment.
Do you have a
I feel
picture
like
of the
we got-
Chamberlain? Like, was he an older gentleman? Was he like...
Honestly, I don't really know what happened to the image that I had of him, but he's a younger kind of fellow.
Okay.
I feel like we got stood up.
Does he look like a bird?
No! He is
What a
not a
plane.
Skeksis.
Chamberlain. Trial by stone.
We're making a Dark Crystal reference.
So just out of
Well, you did say it's a purple crystal.
So I will
Jim.
say
Oh,
this.
shit.
I'm gonna cast Locate Object on
Okay.
a purple crystal.
Okay. You actually get a little bit of a blip. And it's behind you. You whip around behind you as if someone just stabbed you in the back. And you see a woman sitting behind you, and she has an earring with a large purple gem in it.
Get her.
Beat her ass!
Where were you the night of last night?
Where were you the night of this morning?
This morning. Where were you 10 hours ago?
It was supposed to try.
And it is about this time that the front doors open, and you do see the Chamberlain walking into the tavern. He is alone, and he is very... What's the word I'm looking for?
Flamboyant.
Sure, flamboyantly using the cane that Kasumi tried to take from him. He takes
He's
a few
so
steps
deep.
inside. Siobhan greets him, and he gives her a nod, and he scans the room, sees you, kind of lifts his chin, and he just fucking saunters his way over, finds himself a seat, flicks his trench coat tails out, sits down, cane across his lap, elbow on the table. Well, good evening to you all.
It's nice to finally meet you. I think some people have something to say to you.
He
You're
raises
very
an
subtle.
eyebrow, and he looks towards three of you in particular.
I apologize for getting in the way of your rest. I hope you can understand my need to protect those I care about. But nevertheless, apologies. And I will poke Kasumi in the head.
Kasumi's just gonna kind of politely just gather herself, and it seems that my aggression was pointed in the wrong direction, and I stand corrected, and I'm sorry.
I cast Detect Thoughts. No,
On who?
Lies.
And last but not least, and he's looking at you, Vanera.
Just gonna lay on the floor a little bit. He's nice looking on the eyes, right?
He is relatively attractive, yes.
She's gonna meet it. She's not being weird. She's kind of a little starstruck, just a
Yes,
little bit.
flirt with me.
Yes.
Did
Purely
he
flirt.
sit next to her, or is
He chose an end of a table, or the end of the table, so he's kind of like more facing Nicolae, because I'm assuming you all sort of like circled around them, so he sat in like the space, so you all are on the left and right of him, and then there's Nicolae and Gi-gi across the table
Okay.
from him.
Thank you for reading the letter that I sent and gracing us with a. How do I put this? A not negative interaction this go around.
And?
Would you shut the fuck up?
Zaan's gonna choke on his drink.
You see the first break in his facade as you just like go from super nice to shut the fuck up, brick, and there's a bit of a snort, but he quickly composes himself again.
While you weren't originally my target for thoughts. You were unfortunately the one that it zeroed into, and I apologize for invading your privacy.
As far as apologies go, not bad. Accepted.
All your drinks are on me tonight.
Well, don't mind if I do. Owen, Siobhan. 2. Yes?
Yes, do that. Ah! Ah!
I'm gonna be broke by the end of the night, but it's okay.
Well, a very delayed welcome to Maelglen, I suppose. An awkward first impression, but seeing as things have been a little bit strenuous lately, I suppose I as well could have handled that a bit more properly.
Eh.
To be fair, you did just see this one try to cut someone down.
Yes. Well, you all seem to have things under control, and
That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about.
he kind of like takes a deep breath, and like as he's like gathering himself, Siobhan comes by with the tankard, and, like without.
No! 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 Can she take the drink from Siobhan and move and go sit beside him? And give him the drink.
Sure. So you see Siobhan coming with the thing, and you go and like hop up out of your bench to go and like intercept and bring it and like plop down and hand it to him. He takes a big drink from the tankard and sets it down. Things are not well. We are working
Yes.
hard to protect, but laws are laws, and we cannot appear weak. It does not please me to send those to trial, but things must proceed as they do.
Well, I do apologize because after hearing about your problem, I may have gone and poked the bear to see if it would, how quickly it would target our group if we tried
I'm
to
just gonna
stir
eye
it
you
up.
this whole time.
I didn't think it would go after you. I thought it would go after me.
To be fair, whoever or whatever is doing this is not targeting anyone in particular. They are targeting an area, but the targets are all random. Locals, nobles, peasants, travelers, merchants. There is no rhyme, there is no reason.
There was not, maybe, until I started asking around very blatantly, and the person who told us was the next target. No one else wanted to stick their nose out until our new friend here decided to inform us of the goings-on, and he was the next target.
Nicolae kind of waves a hand at the Chamberlain. I'm fine, they healed me. I wish no harm to be done to him. Understood? Takes a drink. Again, the targets have all been random, and until this particular instance, all of them fatal.
Well, to be fair, that's actually surprised me too. I usually kill everyone who I try to kill.
He had started to take a drink and set it down. I'm going to pretend I did not hear that.
Yeah, probably a good idea. My apologies. I'm supposed to be on
He
my
just-
best behavior.
Takes a drink, sets it down. Terribly, terribly sorry. Very, very belated introductions. My name is Chamberlain Rafe Mole.
Brick.
Mall.
Rafe
Mole, 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 mole.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask for spelling of
He's,
that after
he's
this.
making an Austin Powers reference. Rafe is Rafe, And Mollet is Mollet.
E.T., you say?
Fuck off.
So, Mr. Chamberlain, I do actually have a quick question for you. So, if we have a person that we might suspect has something to do with this, what would we need to do to, possibly have either you look the other way, not in harm's manner, but to look more into the topic or the situation, and have you not, or have us not gain your ire?
He thinks about it for a moment. He's kind of looking at Nicolae and Gi-gi. And there seems to be sort of an unspoken conversation happening between them. He kind of looks down into his tankard, tilts it way the fuck back, downs it all, sets it down in front of you, and then just kind of like taps the rim.
Siobhan,
Oh, you'd have
refill,
to,
please.
you would have to be much louder than that to get her attention, but
I am,
Siobhan.
of course.
Siobhan, I want a refill, please.
Hey, yo, Siobhan!
Yeah,
A refill over here!
there it is.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. Siobhan does come around and refill the tankards. Sits in front of the Chamberlain. To be perfectly honest, if you were able to find the source of this and get rid of it, the whole town would be in your debt.
So 3 for 3.
Now, I cannot condone acts of wanton destruction and violence. Keep it to a
Nine.
minimum.
We would never do that. Unless threatened first.
We actually have a contract that says you pay us up front because we are the Tempests. Don't know if you heard of us, but we kind of took out one of the big evil marauder murderers demons of the south.
To be perfectly honest, I haven't heard of you.
Well, all right. I haven't heard of you either. How does that feel?
Zaan's gonna bonk Pest on the freaking head.
To be quite honest with you, I don't really care. We have our own troubles here. I'm glad you were able to handle your own. Maelglen is my problem.
No.
There were children in that cart, which makes it our problem as well.
Yes, there were. I am not happy about that, but my hands were tied. They killed a well-known noble, and things did not blow over well for them. Rest assured, I have sent word ahead to avoid harsh punishments.
Well, if we manage
Then the quicker we can untie your hands, the better.
That would be much appreciated. So, you say you have a thought? Who? What? Where?
Zaan's gonna look at Nicolae and Gi-gi. Well, it seems a certain tailor has been acting even more suspicious than usual. And he's
Well, not necessarily suspicious, but Sabron's been a bit odd. More odd than usual.
and
Suspicious? No, he never leaves his shop, really. And even the Chamberlain thinks about it, and he kind of swirls around his tankard. You know, to be fair, I put in an order with him weeks ago. Haven't heard hide or tail of it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's even been working in his shop, to be completely honest with you. It is absolutely filthy.
He
Seems
recently
like he
came
gets a new
in.
tailor.
He recently came into possession of an item that we are assuming and guessing might be cursed. That is our only lead at this moment.
I'm going to be honest with you, that is so far out of my purview, it is ridiculous, and I am going to drink this mo now. He takes another big drink of it.
Thankfully, we are all practitioners of magic of some sort or another, and unfortunately have dealings with cursed objects before.
That's
Seems
the
we
only
have-
reason I wanted to touch your cane earlier. That is it.
He kind of looks at you, looks down in his lap, picks up the cane, holds it out towards you.
Am I going to get arrested?
Not anymore,
This is
because
all.
you asked so nicely this time.
This is all I was gonna do, and she literally just takes one finger and just touches it, and casts identify.
You get nothing. It is a cane.
That nice ass cane.
That's the cane.
Really, Kasumi? Is it? That is
Listen.
wonderful to know.
It was important at that time. Okay.
You'll be happy to know her god vouched for you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm honored.
Yeah.
Well, your company has been lovely. The night grows on, and I must be up early for another appointment. Unless you have any more need of me, I will bid you good night.
If anything else comes to mind about the problem, just let us know. We'll do our best to get it and ourselves out of your hair as soon as possible.
Yeah, there's a large wagon outside. And down the street.
I was wondering who owned that.
Yes, it is ours.
Well, I will do my best, but there is only so much I can do to keep you out of the law's hands. And I will not stake my reputation and my position on you. So,
Real quick, before you leave, Mr. Chupacabra, what was that green wagon? That very shiny emerald green wagon that was trotting through?
well, I'm sorry to say that is why I was a little bit late this evening. I had to very briefly entertain the Baroness of Emerald Point. She is passing through, heading towards the capital for the wedding in, what is today? 2 weeks from now.
Oh, jeez.
Are you going to be at that wedding?
I was not personally invited. I am going to be staying here as the Maelglens go to participate. I will be in charge of the city for then.
Well, hopefully we'll figure this situation out before then for you.
That would be lovely.
Yes.
Question. When we go to the wedding, should we avoid your employers?
The Maelglens? They do not currently know of your existence.
That is wonderful.
Just on a normal level.
Oh no, they are lovely people.
All right.
How far a day's travel is that kingdom?
Choose the words poorly. It's multiple days. Depends. I do not know how fast your wagon goes, but on foot, stalling for time as the DM pulls up the map with the legend on it. Do some quick measurements. Roughly 100 miles or so. I'd say 3 or 4 days.
We need to finish this up quickly. All right. Well, anything else, everyone?
Nine. Thank you very much for the information and your secretive what's the word I'm looking for? Acknowledgement of what we are doing and also non-acknowledgement of what we are doing.
Isn't this tailor the one that we asked to make our garments for
9.
the wedding? No, okay.
That one's
Talk
at the
to-
crossroads, I believe.
Okay, we've talked to so many people lately. Okay.
Well, good day, good evening, good luck. Thank you for the ale. Have a bright
Good night.
and early morning ahead of me. Again, good luck. And he
Can I
stands.
walk him out?
Sure.
Ooh.
So you stand up and walk with him, and he sees you there, and he kind of holds his arm out.
Ooh.
I know exactly what you're doing. You did it to me all the fucking time. So you walk with him out. Do you say anything as you walk?
What are you eating?
a weird
Haven't had anything to eat this evening.
Vinegar eats faster.
She would just like to apologize again. I really don't see what he's eating. Sorry.
Right. Well, to
the
progress
joys of dogs.
to progress things a little bit here, since we are nearing the 3-hour mark, you see Vanera escorting him to the door, just kind of apologizing some more. As he gets to the door and opens it, he pulls her arm out and gives her a bow, and I'll relay this to her later, but actually she's coming back. Hold on. Come on. Hurry up. Put your headphones on. Hurry up.
Trying. I'm sorry. She just wants to apologize again. Just a little more personally. For not gross. For the incident that happened with all of them earlier.
Well, it's quite all right. Miscommunications, misinformation. Do not worry yourself over it. And as he gets to the door and opens it, he releases your arm and gives you a very low bow. And as he turns to go and walk outside, you see that there are about a dozen guards out front of the red door, with the lieutenant from before looking at you, and he goes, "Sorry for the wait, Lieutenant. Everything is fine. Shall we go?" And he
was waiting for an assassination attempt.
he walks off, and the soldiers begin following after.
Did she just wink at the lieutenant?
Do you change your eyes blue?
Yes.
Oh God. He sees you, and he gives you kind of like a curt nod and does a double take, like. But he dutifully follows after the Chamberlain. So you go back in, rejoin your group. We're all sitting around. Nicolae is looking at all of you, and Gi-gi is over the course of that particular conversation has accumulated about 6 or 7 tankards in front of her, and she seems still very like rock steady. Nicolae, so you have a plan then, and you think it might actually be Sabron then? Tiny
Maybe
little wiggly Sabron.
Listen,
Not to run, whatever that ring is. And if not, we move on to the next assumption.
may not be him specifically, but as you could clearly see, sometimes other actions can be done through other people. So, that being said, if you were to invite him to play cards or talk with him for a longer period of time, we could check out his area without incurring his knowledge or his ire.
I can try.
So there's a window
He has many windows.
into his. I'm gonna snap my fingers. Mortar's gonna appear. Go take a look, and he's gonna fly out.
Okay. Nicolae watches this, and even Gi-gi kind of like tilts her head at the owl that just appears, and there's quite a bit of commotion as this owl just flies over drunk people's heads towards an open window, and you go, "Ah, fucking rat!" Mortar heads out through an open window of the tavern. And as Mortar's heading out, Nicolae just kind of... You all are very, very interesting people. I can't say that he'd actually accept it. We used to meet every week, at least once a week, for cards and drinks, if not more often than that. He very rarely comes out now. Honestly, this morning is the first time we've talked to him in better part of 5-6 days.
Well, one way or the other, we will be in his house or place of business.
One and the same.
Yeah.
And for clarification, Mortar's gonna go look in all of the top windows just to see what's inside, if he's been holed up there for a while.
Make a perception check. Go ahead, Zaan.
Who?
So, yeah, one way or the other, we might have to get that ring off of him.
Well, I mean, you've seen
16.
the lad. He's not exactly strapping and ready for a scruff, so I wouldn't imagine you'd have much trouble with it, really. 16?
16.
Okay. Mortar flies out there, heads towards the tavern. There's no lights on. Doors and windows are all shut. The grime makes it a little bit too difficult to see, even with Mortar's night vision, or dark vision, sorry. It's not able to see much. I mean, if you hadn't been told that someone was there, it would almost look abandoned.
There's it looks like the windows haven't even been cleaned on the outside and inside.
Nope, they're just dirt and grime.
No movement or anything.
Nothing.
Okay. He knows that when he's done, he's supposed to poof out, and I'll feel it and poof him back in and get the lowdown. Oh, that's not good.
Yes.
What happened?
According to Mortar, it looks like no one's been there in quite a long time. Kind of similar to how Zaan described the downstairs. And you said he's a neat freak?
He used to be. I mean, you saw him in my shop earlier. All he could think about was getting the bath after you sent him to... Where did you send him anyway?
Well, I sent him to a slime world at first, and since I sent him to a place with water?
Oh, that's brilliant, that is.
Yes, it's very easy to do.
Want
to see me do it again?
No. Gi-gi, if he does it, you punch his brains out.
I look at Gi-gi, I would be honored.
She takes a very concerned drink of her, 9th tankard. You are weird.
You said you...
one.
Yeah, I get that a lot, to be honest.
But you said you've seen him looking out of the windows?
During the day, sometimes he's just sitting up there with the window open, just watching people go by. No one really goes into his shop anymore, so what else is he going to do?
We should have to go into a shop tomorrow and find out.
Might have Mortar take another look when it's daytime, see if he can't see something more. Yeah, something definitely wrong.
Yeah.
Well,
That's all I got.
well, anyone for a round of cards? Huh?
I don't know how to play.
Sure.
I'd be happy to teach ya.
Actually, does Brick know how to play? He gets one card game or something, I think.
I will just continue drinking and keeping up with
Okay.
Gi-gi.
I'll play.
I will watch.
All right. So, anyone who wants to play? Just
I'm here to
Pez,
watch.
Vanera, and Brick.
Yeah. Oh, no, I know how to play dice, not cards.
Okay. Well, it's very easy. And he pulls out a deck from behind his, from in one of his pockets, and he deals the cards out. Basically, I need anyone that's playing to roll 3d6 and pick the two highest.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, Vanera, what'd you get?
3 and 4.
So that's 7. Brick,
11.
Enough.
Pez,
10.
10. Okay. They all you take all the cards and you swap out what you need, and when everyone's ready, you all set your cards down, and you see a bit of excitement from Nicolae and Gi-gi and even Pez, but then Brick is like, I think I did better. It's like, and even Nicolae's like, beginner's luck. Another round, make it interesting this time. Put some coin on the table.
Speaking of coin, how much should I spend on drinks for the Chamberlain?
3,000.
Oh, he only had 3 or 4 tankards, so it was probably 4 silver.
Okay. I can get rid of my 4 silver. Hallelujah.
I mean, it was 3 silver.
Nope, too late.
2 gold.
I give her a tip.
2 gold. That's a hefty bet. You're starting strong.
Go big or go home.
I'll
I'll take
match.
that bet.
Okay, they all put down 2 gold apiece, so that'll be that's 10 gold pot. Okay, roll your 3d6. Get the highest amount you can from 2.
Nope, not as good.
7.
7.
7.
Oh. All right, you all put down your cards, and you're like, I don't know. And Gi-gi puts down hers, like, haha, and begins to reach for the pot. Nicolae goes, my dear, not so fast. And he lays his hand out. I believe I take the pot this round.
What'd he get? What'd you get?
He got a 9.
Oh shit.
Gi-gi had an 8.
Does the hamburger hold up his 12 feathers and say, 12?
No. Another round? Or are you ready to turn in for the evening? Cut your losses.
Zaan's gonna giggle. Didn't you lose the first round?
But money wasn't involved then. Come.
One more.
Zaan will enter this
how much?
one. I'm sorry.
1 gold?
I'll match.
All right, fine.
Rick's just following whatever Vanera does.
Zaan will
Smaller pot, but okay.
Zaan's gonna join in on this one,
Okay.
and he's gonna
Roll.
put 10 in.
10.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm also using my Lord of the Rings dice, by the way.
Nicolae and Gi-gi look at it, and Gi-gi immediately folds her hand. She's not willing to take the pot, but Nicolae does go for it.
Do we have to
Does
match?
he raise it?
You have to match. So you've all already put in 1 gold apiece.
Not
Let's
doing
match.
Do we have to match?
You have to match, so you'd have to put in 9 more gold.
God damn
gonna
it,
win.
Zaan!
Not gold.
I'll do it.
He's gonna win, but I'm still gonna play.
I mean, I rolled my dice.
Okay, so Nicolae gets his cards. Vanera,
9.
9. Brick,
12.
12. Zaan,
Oh.
11.
11. All right.
6, 5, and a 2.
So you all set your cards down, and Nicolae goes, looks like it's me this time. But then Brick puts his cards down and goes, It's like, ooh, we have a draw. Well, we split the pot, good sir.
All right, how much is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, so
that's-
20 each.
Hold on, that's 10, 10, 10. So that's 30 apiece, plus the 2 1 gold buy-ins for Pez and Gi-gi who backed out. So that's going to be 32. So 32
Nice.
split is what, 16?
16.
So yeah, you get 16 gold. Well,
Yeah, I put
that
in
was
10,
a
Zaan
bit.
put in 10.
Yeah,
That was
so
40 gold.
no, Nicolae, Vanera, Brick. Oh, and Zaan. Right. Sorry, I didn't put that over him. So that's 42. That's
So 21 each.
yeah, 21 for both of you. Sorry. Me
You're good.
notes were a bit scribbled there, but good catch.
Thank you. I
Well,
want
to
my money.
be perfectly honest there, I think I'm going to bow out while the getting is good. So, I think I'm going to turn in for the evening. Though I do thank you for the health potion. This is still starting to hurt something fierce, so I'm going to go have a bit of a kip. Good luck on your endeavors. If you are able to, please be gentle. He is an old friend, but we also understand.
I will do my best not to take a finger off, but do yourself a favor and just make sure you keep your doors locked, just in case. Tonight.
Very well. Well, and he kind of stands up from the table, and Gi-gi stands up as well, and seems a bit unsteady. Plants a hand on his shoulder, and he goes, "You're fine. Just need to get something in you. All right, have a good evening. Good luck to you all." They head on out of the tavern. They both raise a hand and wave to the brother and sister. They head on out for the evening.
Brick, having been in bars enough to have seen people do something similar, will take one of the empty cups and kind of raise it toward everyone else as if to toast. Is like, to 4 for 4.
That?
For what?
Una win, the mushrooms, and the bandits. And now this will be our 4th.
Sounds fair.
A lot of ads.
We just need to get this done so we can make it to the royal wedding.
We will try our hardest.
Brick's still just standing there with the toast.
Oh, okay.
Vanera just, yeah.
Zaan will just finish off one of the bead that he's got on him.
4 for 4.
All right. Are you all going back to the wagon for the evening?
Yes.
We just parked not too far from the tailor's place, correct?
Mm-hmm.
In that case, Mortar's gonna just perch nearby and just keep an eye out for our tailor person.
Okay. So as you all bed down for the evening, doors locked, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Zaan's gonna lock himself in the food place.
With snail.
Just in case.
With Snail. As you all bed down for the evening, comfortable in the security of your home, with Mortar keeping an eye out for the night, that is where we're going to end for today. It's good to be back. I'm sorry that we had to finally miss a session after almost 2 years of non-stop awesome D&D action, but we're back, and hopefully no more interruptions in that.
What
So,
else?
anyone have anything else that they want to say before we sign off?
Nice.
Once again, if you're still listening at this point and you're just listening through podcasts, please come find us on YouTube or Discord and drop a comment. Let us know how you found us, how you feel about the show, what you enjoy, anything you want.
Yes.
Heck, leave a criticism. I don't care.
Yeah.
A criticism.
Well, in any case, thank you all for joining. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next 2 weeks for D&D. So, good night,
Or
everybody.
else.
Or else.
Bye.